Okay, it is 7. Let's switch over screens here. And... Wait. There we go. I'm like, wait, show the screen. Alright, welcome back everyone. And we are playing Danganronpa Another. We are on Trial 4. All the warnings for Danganronpa, just heads up. We are investigating murders. And yeah, so... Haruhiko, who was in my Please Don't Die box, died. So, you know, let's go avenge him. And make sure it's on Satsuki. Ready? Okay, so... yeah. First guesses on who I think it is? Hey! Ray! Well, I don't think it's Mekuru. She is also in my Don't Die box. I do not want Ray to die. She is very helpful and I love her. Satsuki's my number 1 though. I don't know. I feel like it's too obvious to say it's Teria. And I accuse Akane on every single thing. Am I ready for tears? No. No, I'm not ready for tears. Despair Sheep. Despair Sheep is here when I'm ready for when tears show up. Kobazi. Yeah. Like, I feel like, again, I didn't want Haruhiko to die, but I don't want Satsuki to die. And honestly, I don't even know who it is, really. I'm running out of people who I'm like, yeah, you can go, it's fine. Alright, the smell. This is the source of the smoke. It was a military smokescreen that was often used for strategic purposes in modern warfare, as it was on the ground and still spreading. A little bit of smoke from it. Also, close to the smoke bomb, there was a flash grenade that had been used and became an empty steel barrel. Flashbang and smokescreen? These were also... When Teria and I opened the door at first to the arsenal this morning, in an instant, a tremendous light and sound came upon me. At the same time, the smokescreen spread like a mist. Looking at this far, no matter what I think, these grenades can be affirmed as the cause of the situation. The question is, who? Who would do this? And what happened while we were confused? Was it also the culprit? In the most realistic case, when we opened the arsenal, the killer was already inside the arsenal. Even if it was estimated from the time of death of Haruhiko, the timing was right. And in an absolute soundproofed arsenal, no matter how loud it was, it would have been impossible to be noticed. There's only one entrance to the arsenal. In order to escape, they would have no way but to meet us outside. Was a smokescreen and flashbang used to avoid that encounter? However, when I recall the situation in the morning, it would be difficult to say that a person would artificially come out at the same time you open the door. No, wait. This is... A thick wooden plank was stuck in the inner handle of the arsenal door, and now is in a state of being doubled towards the opening of the door. Something that I heard right before opening the door with Teria this morning. It looks like it was a wooden board. The overall development that can be inferred so far is... The thick plank was collapsed in the door of the arsenal, and the flash and smoke grenades were both placed on the plank. If that happens, when you forcefully open the door from the outside, the board gets crushed and placed grenades fall to the floor. The shock triggered the grenades. Yuki, look at you using your brain cell! I'm so proud of him! Hey, welcome back! Hey! Yay! You ready? I'm ready to cry. I'm ready to be sad. Everyone's saying tears time. He's just standing in the corner like, I did nothing. Don't worry about me. Something felt weird. In the end, if it was meant to be used by the killer to get out of the arsenal through an enormous light and sound, was it necessary to use this cumbersome method? I can't even guess what the killer's goal was. Alright, so we got some truth bullets. Nice. Okay, so this gun is a clue. That's just sitting here. Huh? Suddenly, while investigating the corner of the wall, I saw something out of place. This gun! Why is it so far away in the corner of a room? I picked it up off the floor and checked it. I felt the heavy, peculiar feeling of how real it was, but I couldn't find anything particularly strange. It's just a gun that doesn't change much like the other guns that are on display. Was it just a little far away? Teria! Help me out here. Maeda, what are you doing? Huh? What is it, Teria? You should take your guns off. You should take your hands off that gun right now. Wait, this must be some misunderstanding. I was just trying to investigate over here. Monokuma's gonna give me the file? Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably pick up the file. That's kind of important, isn't it? That gun, it'll blow up. Huh? It's a blow-up gun? Blow up? What are you talking about? Oh, what are you doing? Now you decide to kill? It's a shame for me to tell you this, but it would be a big deal if I were in your shoes right now. So never touch that gun. What? No. No. You use a brain cell. I was just trying to investigate. This is a misunderstanding. Why would I try to kill you? Eh? You weren't trying to shoot me? No, obviously. So what do you mean by it blowing up? Teria? Okay, so I'm guessing the mastermind's way more messed up than you expected. I'm so excited. Okay, so Teria laid a trap to kill somebody. I think he thinks he killed Haruhiko, but I don't think he killed Haruhiko. Yeah, that sounds about right. What? Terria's sudden behavior is strange, but according to his words, this could be dangerous, so I put the pistol in its original position and decided to leave it alone. However, Terria's strange remarks feels like something is odd. I'll take note of it. Okay, so he being a big ol' weirdo. Monokuma, file, do it. Oh, Maeda-kun, welcome back. Monokuma, why are you here? Jeez, why are you treating me so harshly? I served you a meal as I promised, didn't I? Did you eat your food? I don't have time for your nonsense jokes with you. Disappear. Ugh, why are you so angry, I wonder? Anyways, I've forgotten something, so I came to deliver it to you. File. It's the Monokuma file number 4. Yeah. Weak reaction. Maeda-kun, you baka. Mulberry. Monokuma file 4. It's already the 4th file. No, let's stop thinking like that. The only option is to think about the case. I should also investigate his body. Alright, let's check it out. The victim is Haruhiko Kobushikawa. The estimated time of death is 6 a.m. The body was found in the arsenal. Okay, so he has something on his hand wound? The cause of the death was excessive bleeding due to a gunshot wound in the right of the chest. In addition, the index finger and the middle finger of his right hand were ruptured and broken. Hold on. Alright, so middle finger, index finger were ruptured and broken. Wait, no! Wait. So did he grab a gun that was rigged to blow up that Teria thinks? Teria, no! I need more funny characters to stay alive, please. I can't be the dumbest one here. I need a dumb character to, make me feel better. Gunshot wound from the first time I saw the arsenal in the ballroom, I guessed it vaguely. But from this fact, the intake seems to be a gun. The time of death here is about 6 a.m. The time was lost when I spent it in the ballroom, but when I went to the dormitory to change my clothes a little earlier, I checked the current time was around 9 a.m. That means Haruhiko's death was less than 3 hours. I got up after listening to the announcement at 7 a.m. this morning, so the incident really happened quite early this time. This time, the time of death is properly written, and I can guess the cause of death too. There was a trap in the Monokuma file for the previous case. There was confusion at the time because it didn't write down whether it was AM or PM. But fortunately, there seems to be no doubt about this Monokuma file. Right? Like, Terra, you have to stay alive. I don't think you understand. Like, it can't just be Ray and Ray being the smart one. It would just be Ray. Oh my god, it would just be Ray. She'd be all by herself. Like, Ray, you had to solve all the trials from now on. But that's it. The Monokuma file is just that. No special clues to be found. No, at least we can know that the estimated time of death. Let's take a note of it. Okay, body. Oh, are you blocking? Is everyone blocking the body? No, okay. But at least you gotta be in the nice outfit, right? Try to think of positives to, dying. It's Haruhiko's body. It's no different from our friends who have died so far. It's his cold, empty eyes. we are alive today because you're dead. Don't you think it's absurd? There was no way that Haruhiko, who had passed away in such a devastating manner, would answer me. But the class trial still remains. If we can't find out the culprit who killed you, then we'll all die. Might be crazy. Yeah. But he's kind of tipping off the edge a little bit as of last I saw him. Oh, by all means, I'll find the one who killed you, Haruhiko. I won't make your death in vain. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. There's also blood in his mouth, too. Yeah, I was like... After expressing minimal condolences to Haruhiko, as if making a prayer, I began to investigate his body. First, the fatal wound that can be considered as the direct cause of death must be the gunshot wound to the chest. Wait, also, heart's on this side, right? So that's not his heart? I think? I don't know. I'm not a biologist. Ray, come here and help me! I need biology! Because our smart surgeon person's dead. Ajimi Kazuichi with Danganronpa Another. In the case of friends who've died so far, if they use a hammer, a knife, or a plaster weapon, that makes the murder weapon bloody. In the case of Haruhiko, it was because of monokuma prepared an arsenal. He was shot because the treasure provided an inspiration to kill him. However, I don't really know how to deal with this, as ordinary students like me don't have the slightest idea of how one feels it being shot. The murder weapon is a gun. Even if it was a gun, what kind of gun was it? In addition to the gunshot wound in the chest, there's something suspicious. Haruhiko's right hand. Blech. His right hand was devastatingly destroyed so much that I couldn't see it with my eyes open. It was little- oh wait, his hand's destroyed? The index and middle fingers were completely amputated, and the remaining fingers were torn- oh my gosh! It's violent! Also true, but the fact that these police officers should count for something? Yeah... You know, I was thinking possibly it could have been like a Sakura situation, but I think because his hands were destroyed, so it wasn't like, what's the word when you shoot the gun but the power of the gun's too strong and it hurts you? It's not that, because his fingers are blown up. So it wasn't like, oh, I aim gun itself and ba-doom. It's more, oh my god, were you just dumb and you picked up a blow-upable gun and then it went boom? I don't know. But that would be very depressing. If he felt so guilty about eating all the extra food that he did that. No, that's too sad. I'm sure Haruhiko got his wound from being shot into the chest, but what in the world happened to the wound on his right hand? No matter how much you think about it, I don't think my hand would look like this if I was shot by a recoil! The word's recoil I was looking for. Sorry. Rather than a gun, it's like he got caught in a dynamite-like explosion. I think it's a little seared when I look at it closely. I wonder what kind of gun was it that shot Haruhiko? And it's urgent that we find out the identity of the object that caused the wound to the right hand. There were no more noticeable clues, and I couldn't see any more of my friend's terrible body, so I decided to stop and get up. Right. Monokuma did say no self-shooting, huh? Okay, weapon. Okay, this pistol could be the weapon that killed Haruhiko. Oh, but then I realized I was wrong. The guns were all scattered on the floor. There wasn't only one gun that fell on the floor. Perhaps it was the criminal's actions. Most of the guns fell to the floor and were mixed randomly. From this point on, I don't know which gun was the one that directly killed Haruhiko. So we can't say just because it's the closest one. I should check other things out. Hey, Kinjo! You okay? Hey, Kinjo! Well, here's my... Alright, here's my idea. What if Teria set up a trap when the guns exploded in his hand? Yeah. But here... Okay. Maeda. In the end, I can't hide the awkward mood. Keijo told me to focus on only the investigation, but I was still worried about it. Well, just... Yes. Do you have anything to ask about the case? Well, yeah, what do you think? I mean, Haruhiko's body. He wasn't killed instantly, right? Indeed. In fact, there is a hole in the chest, and even in the monokuma file, it's said to be excessive bleeding death due to a gunshot wound. A gun? Until now, thanks to the layout of the school, there were murders with items that would be common in everyday life. To think that a person who was shot to death. It's fine. You guys might not be familiar, but I have my own fair share with gunshots. If there's something you don't know, it's fine to ask. Well, is it because the incident happened? Even though there was a conflict less than 24 hours ago, Kinjo wasn't much different from the way he usually treats me. Well, maybe it's the gun and the chest wound. Would it be better to see this as an immediate death? No. I also made to wonder about all the blood in the back. That's a lot of blood. Maybe Haru was trying to kill Teria and the green man got scared and killed him or something? Why do you call Teria the green man? He is a little green Teletubby man. That does make sense. No, I don't think Haruhiko was close to immediate death. Huh? Well, why is that? Even if it was on the chest, it's not the heart. It was. I'm right. Okay. What? Oh my god, I forgot her name already. Inori? She'd be so proud of me. I knew where the heart was. I know some biology, Inori. Your death was not in vain. Kind of. Even if it was on the chest and it's not the heart, it's the right chest. It was the right chest. The bullet passed through the body since it wasn't struck. It would have been possible to move for a short amount of time, rather than die immediately. So it wasn't stuck? That means it penetrated the body? Wouldn't it be more dangerous then? There are surprisingly many people who think that way, but in reality it's better for a bullet to pass through the body than to be stuck in it. There are 3 types of layer damage to a body. One is bleeding, another is burning, and the last one is the impact of the bullet's kinetic energy. If you look- okay, you're smart too. If you look at one by one, it's difficult to inflict great damage due to a small surface area. In case of burns, it's rare that you die from excessive bleeding, you die immediately. But the story of a shock caused by kinetic energy is different. Maeda, if you get hit with a fist or a bat, it'll be difficult to move due to the impact, correct? Well, if you're an ordinary person who doesn't have any special training, it'd be even worse. Similarly, when a bullet gets stuck inside the body, all the kinetic energy turns into shock energy, creating an instantaneous large space in the body. The fact that this space had been created means that the body had been greatly shocked. This shock will cause negligible damage and damage to the surrounding organs as well. Wait, really? I'm not sure what you mean exactly, but that means penetration is a better alternative than getting stuck, right? That's what it means. In fact, in some foreign countries, there are bullets that split the front part of the bullet and causes fragments to get stuck into the body. Well, that's terrible. The bullet did this. It was a fatal injury to be hit by this bullet, whether it was stuck or it was pierced to the body. For going off what happened in DR2, Haru and the culprit did some kind of standoff since... Haru was... I don't know. Especially in the case of Haruhiko. As Maeda said, the chest was hit, so even if it was pierced, there's a high possibility that a hole in his lungs would pierce through. Like, I feel like if he did do that, he'd be like, hey man, can I get an instant death? You know, like, don't make me suffer. And he kind of suffered a bit in this, so... And he lost his fingers, that's gotta hurt too. As I said before, it's only less shocking, and he must have died shortly after having difficulty breathing and bleeding. Okay, bye! Thanks for stopping in! It's hard. Guns should be cheap for the wicked. Unless it's an extreme game. This is an extreme situation. There doesn't really seem like a need to be talked about. Anyways, I'll move to another place since the arsenal has been roughly investigated. Make sure to investigate carefully. If you find something, let me know, Maeda. Okay, bye! I'll look at all this blood myself. Kinjo, there was an incident yesterday, and he seemed a lot unstable recently. But it seems everything's okay because of the current one. Was it only me that had a hard time to deal with it? Seriously, Kinjo's a completely different person from the first time we met. The time he was hostile to us, and the time of the investigation. For now, let's check what Kinjo told me. I don't really understand it all, but in summary, it's better to be pierced from the bullet and having it stuck. And Haruhiko's case is the latter. Was it like this? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about Satsuki. I'm gonna cry. I'm going to cry on stream if it's Satsuki. Please don't. Okay. Hey, you. Who... No offense, but if anyone has to be the murderer, I kinda hope it's you. I'll be wrong about the mastermind, it's fine. Oh, Maeda-kun. Well, Tyra, what are you doing here without investigating? I'm sorry. The body is so terrible. Well, I understand it's hard, but we can't help it. We have to do it. We have to do our own investigation as far as we can. Yeah, that's a lot of blood. That's like someone ran a lot after. Well, I know. It's been about a week since Uhara's case. I'll do my best. There's a Meichi probably really wants to mop this place, huh? Mikaru, I want to ask you something. It's noisy. Since when did you get along with talking to me so freely? Get lost. Well, even so, I thought we could cooperate a little by passing the same point of death. But it seems to have gotten worse. In this case, it might be better to cooperate with Kinjo as much as possible in this limited time. Oh, okay. So we're not going to at all. Got it. There's blood splattered in this area too, huh? I was trying to check the condition of the guns in display, but there was blood in the display. But when I looked up close, I witnessed an even more grotesque sight. Right? If Satsuki dies, I'm like, psh, no. Oh my god! I found his fingers. It was human fingers, no matter how you look at it. And of course the owner of these fingers was Haru. I know Haruhiko's body had a ruptured hand in addition to the gunshot wound in the chest. Among them, his index finger and middle finger fell off from it. His fingers lie here as proof. But why are his fingers here? My boy has suffered. Despair sheep. Despair sheep. Right? Oh my god. Like, I know these are all death games, but jeez! At first glance, it was far away from Haruhiko's body. From the shape of the blood, it seems like he began to walk after his fingers got cut. No, it's rather the opposite. It was likely that it was rather his body had moved. Just by taking a glance at the floor, I should consider the possibility that the killer moved the body for some reason. Okay. What's this? Not more fingers, right? At first, there was no distinction from the tin blood on the floor. When I looked closely, it felt like something was the remnants of something other than blood was stuck. Glass? Wait, a gun? Is it really? Okay, we found the exploding gun. Okay. I'm just like nervous now. I'm like, oh my god, this... It was also so disastrously destroyed that there was almost no form left, but I almost thought of a gun in form of parts. It wasn't just because of the destruction, but a large amount of blood with each piece of it. Okay, so maybe Teria didn't mean for this. I think maybe Teria was in here, saw Haruhiko grab the gun and shoot. No, not shoot, just grab the gun and exploded. And that's why he was warning us? I don't know. I'm trying to find excuses that's not Teria. I'm like, no, you're fine, right, Teria? It wasn't just because of the destruction, but a large amount of blood with each piece of it because of the lighting on the floor. It was difficult to see it clearly. How can it be destroyed this way, though? It's like seeing a bloody octopus. Now that doesn't make sense. While observing the remains of the destroyed gun, I suddenly found something noticeable. This gun is loaded with bullets. Is it truly a sad chapter? I'm already sad, and it's barely starting. In my mind, I checked the other guns, but all the magazines were empty. For this to be the only one destroyed, a small number of bullets were loaded. The arsenal is basically unloaded, and the bullets who were loaded separately are stuck in the magazine. Because of these conditions, and the fact that this is the only one loaded with bullets, this gun means this is a murder weapon, maybe. Okay, it's a pretty clue. Let's remember this. Okay, so we got that. We're not gonna question all the blood on the ground, I guess? Wait, the blood right here. I couldn't see it properly because of the smoke, but when I suddenly stopped to look at it, I could find out there was a natural blood stain on the floor. Blood traces danced throughout the arsenal, as if Haruhiko wandered around the arsenal after being shot. What is this unnatural blood stain? It's only obvious that it's Haru's blood, but rather than trying to run away after being shot, just by looking at the blood spots, it seems as if he was trying to move in the arsenal all over the place. Simply put, it was so bizarre. Is it reasonable to assume that this degree of descriptive blood was made by the killer dragging Haruhiko unconscious? No, because it goes literally everywhere. Like, that would make no sense to drag the body like that. Teria, best friend? I appreciate the redacted. Well, for now, I can only think of it as a possibility, but there must be some reason for the blood to be left this way. Unnatural blood stains. Ray, can you now? Okay, so I think that's it here. Satsuki, hi, how are you? Nope, yeah, you're traumatized. Oh, Satsuki, why are you sitting still doing what? Yuki, what am I supposed to do? Well, is it because of Haru? It seems too horrible, but for now, we have no choice but to investigate, even if it sounds cheap. In order to survive. Well, to survive, is it... Satsuki? No, yeah, the investigation. I have to. You don't have to. You can go take a nap. I'll take care of everything. I'll protect you. She was so quiet that it wasn't like Satsuki at all, and the girl that went rampant like always. It seems that Haruhiko's death hurt her on more than any of us. I love you. Hey, can you help us? Kurokawa, you were here. What about the arsenal investigation? I did it roughly. You weren't supposed to do it roughly. Maeda, I want you to listen to me. Huh? There's a problem with the alibis. During dawn, I kept monitoring the hallway. You were Kurokawa? Are you okay? I didn't really know, but you could have died because of hunger. It's okay. I'm used to it. Well, that sounds like a sad backstory I'm worried about too. You're used to it? Anyways, about the alibis. My room is right next to the arsenal. Unfortunately, because of the soundproof, I couldn't hear anything inside the arsenal. Only the sound of the arsenal door opening and closing could be heard. Okay, that means you saw it? You saw who went into the arsenal? I heard the sounds. I couldn't see them from this room, but I could see the moment they were passing by the door of my room. Isn't that right next to the arsenal anyway? If I had passed in front of Kurokawa's room and headed to the arsenal... No, this is the hallway on the left side of the front of the arsenal. Due to the structure of the ballroom, if you turn to the other side and enter the arsenal, you can move without seeing the eyes of Kurokawa. That's right, but at least I've seen a few people that entered the arsenal. Wait, really? Who are they? One is Haruhiko. And the other? The rest. I'll tell you in the Fine. It's okay, I guess. Still a weird girl as usual. But thanks to Kurokawa, the case can be solved fairly easily. Apart from that, I'm worried about Kurokawa's health. She usually looks weak and nervous, but this time, she couldn't even sleep or eat at all. I hope she's okay. Right? Maybe she's the ultimate ghost, not exorcist. You, what? Kinjo, what are you doing in front of the door? Maeda, you're here. There's something I was going to check right now, but it's okay. Why don't we check together this out? Well, what are we looking for? We're looking at it. Huh? It's open. Wasn't this room? Indeed. It was from Haruhiko Kobushikawa's corpse. I borrowed the key from it for a while. Because this incident is in a closed space with limited movement, it's better to search everywhere as possible. Maybe she's also the ultimate robot. I decided to follow Kinjo and investigate Haru's room. Looks less like everybody else. It's a room that's no different from my room, shockingly enough. Yeah, I refuse to believe Haruhiko ever made up his bed. There's no way. Maeda, look at this. There's something of interest here. See, the bed's made, and that's why it's the ultimate maid. She would absolutely, clean his room after murdering him. Some kind of paper. Oh. To Haruhiko, I have something to say. If you read this, why don't you come to the arsenal? I'm not going to kill you. I hope you believe me. I'll be waiting. This is... Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. He pulled a Byakuya, where he's like, oh man, let's just walk into this thing and find this immediate clue. Kinjo, but it's not you, you're tied up though. What did you do? This letter was written by the killer. It's the same method as when Maki was killed. Besides, this letter wasn't torn like the last time. It's proof that the culprit couldn't even mess with. However, it seems a little more than what it takes. What it takes? I'll ask you, Maeda. After reading this, would you go into the arsenal? No, not really. Huh? I mean, by the time this letter was sent, they would kill me. Just after we hit each other and fought. In a situation, I received a letter like this from you. That was also the way that Mitsuhiro Higa used putting a letter down on the door. Down the door? How would you even know that? Can you tell by a glance? There's no reason to meet face to face and give a letter. And there's no other way to send a letter in a locked room like this. It's definitely the first time anyone thinks of calling themselves out for murder. But why did Haruhiko go directly to the arsenal? Well, but it couldn't have been that they didn't know because it was impossible to think normally? I mean, just before we went crazy, we were already crazy. If you look at the source of that madness, it's due to being starved and dying because you couldn't eat food, and the fear that someone might kill you. In other words, it's because of self-defense fear of death. I don't want to die. So you'd rather judge things related to death more rationally than usual in extreme situations. Right? I would never follow any note that says do anything. I'd be like, no thank you, and just slide it back from underneath my door. Still, the question remains. How did Haruhiko go through death's door by all means? Well, is it because they believed it? What? He dumb! He dumb! We dumb! We do dumb things! Haruhiko probably believed that there was no one in our group that could commit a murder, and he believed it to the very end. We were all on the verge of releasing the strings of reason, but it was different from Haruhiko. He was the same. He was insane, but he still opposed the idea of murder to the end. Kinjo, you did that too, right? He didn't want to ask you, but we've all gotten weird. He pled to you to do something. Because Haruhiko was like that. Even if they were insane, he would have trusted a friend and go straight to the arsenal. Such stupidity. That's not worth the word trust. It's like jumping into death without being able to judge the situation. What's with that face? Were you hoping to get closer to me? Did you want me to be impressed by saying this was your way of showing trust to others? No, I refuse to believe Satsuki had anything to do with this. I have no. 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 Well, look at the result. He died because of that stupidity. That's the reason I'm far away from people like this. Kinjo. Enough. We're investigating now. We can't get excited over personal feelings. Well, whether Haruhiko acted that way because of a mischief is withheld, but this letter is an important clue to the end. Just finding this gives a great achievement. There seems to be nothing else special in this room other than this. I'll even check the other place then. Let's see the other place in the class trial. Yeah. Well, I thought he was okay, but Kinjo is, after having all the doubts in his mind. If this class trial ends safely and we all survive, we'll have to seriously talk about Kinjo's state. Okay. Oh no, we're done? Okay, that was quick. Yeah. So maybe Teria wrote the letter to talk to Haruhiko, which is dumb that he chose the arsenal of all places to talk. But I don't think he killed him. I think that's too easy. I'm really worried it's an accident. But I don't know. So there's not much to investigate, right? Now then oh, but hold on. The secret thing that Monokuma hid. That could have been a blow-up gun or a bomb of some sort, maybe? And someone found that? I don't know. Please gather and find the entrance to the courtroom. So, it's already the end of the investigation. No matter how much I do this, it's too short. Damn, I don't think I've recovered my sensitivity yet in my body. But it can't be helped. I did my best to investigate as much as I could. All that remains is what we have investigated so far. And we have no choice but to guess the killer with everyone else. Well, everyone's here. Yes. There's so little of us left. This is sad. Yeah, dots all around. Oh, Maeda's here. Now let's start the trial. Oh my god. If you talk a lot, that means you did it. Don't talk a lot. Only the tension is flowing. The mood's terribly awkward. While in the ballroom, the world of the lawless land was so colorless and hard above all. The number of people was too small. 7 people, including me. Besides, one of us is the culprit who killed Haruhiko. Even if this trial is safely handed over, the criminal will be executed. Only 6 of us will remain. 6. It was a number that didn't feel real. When has our head count been reduced to this extent? Welcome back! We're sad. Looks like everyone has gathered. Well, it's easier to manage people since numbers have been reduced. But isn't everyone's tension too low? Events that are washed out, like class trials, are more lively, you know? It's no fun because there's no reaction at all. Jeez. Now then, it's already the 4th time, right? This is the start to a fun class trial, so get on the elevator. Whatever the case, I have to go beyond this class trial. The later issues are for later. Everyone has their faces as if they were determined to do something, even in an awkward mood. Different thoughts intersect each other, and we'll run into hell called a class trial once again. Well, we found Haruhiko's fingers. I'm worried Teria accidentally may have done something. And I realize how little people we have left. So here's the thing. No, absolutely not. Refuse for this to be the case. I think you're the mastermind, but I'll accept you being the murderer. You were tied up, you couldn't. You're Ray, I don't want this to happen to you because you're smart. Potentially may have done it, even if by accident, which I'll be very sad. And no, I don't want to. Oh my god, what if she did? If it's not, like I said, I'm gonna just cry on stream. I've been doing my best not crying on stream for all the sad things I've been doing. Like, I held it together for Amori, which was something. Like, I'm just thinking about tearing up by thinking about Amori, but yeah. I held it together for that, but Satsuki, no. At first, I thought this elevator was so narrow that it felt full, but now it's so wide. I looked at the 6 other than me, in heavy silence one by one. Kinjo is now in complete trial mode. In this state, Kinjo does a 180-degree change. He only uses his head to break through the events before his eyes. But is it because of our mood that it looks like there's an anxious expression somewhere? Iranami, who has not lost her bright appearance at any time, she was still unable to escape from her shock of losing Haru. She wasn't the same. She wasn't the same Satsuki anymore, and her shaggy appearance made even her beholders— oh my god, I'm so scared for Satsuki! Kurikawa was the same as always. She just stayed consistent with silence. And I couldn't even tell what she was— what if she's a Gundam? She feels very Gundam-y. Are you the Gundam? Is it just because you're a goth I'm calling you Gundam? I couldn't even tell what she was thinking. Tyra looked very tired. She doesn't want to lose any more friends. She doesn't want to go through the class trials anymore. The kind of heart seemed to linger on her face. Teria looked like that. Teria was restless. After the incident, I may feel that Teria's behavior is strange. But if you think about it, Teria was like this in every trial, so it's not unusual. Nekuru wasn't saying that she'd watch us shovel as usual, but she was thinking of something unfamiliar. Like she expected, like something unexpected even for her. Is there anything that will get us stuck in this case? Hey, welcome in! Poor Satsuki. Yeah, I know, this is the Cry for Satsuki group here right now. Different thoughts and different beliefs cross between each other. And also, she better not have accidentally done this. Cross between each other. At the point where there were only 7 people left, we were thinking differently. But we have to overcome this. A hell-like class trial. I'm ready. I'm totally ready. Uh-huh. The elevator stops. As if we had made an appointment, we step at the same time without a special signal. Towards a very familiar courtroom. You're here! I was waiting! How are you guys? It's been a long time, hasn't it? You met with us right after the murder happened a little while ago. Nah, I mean meeting me as a judge. Well, it's been more than a week since the last trial. Instead of that, the presiding judge is more stylish than usual. Don't be useless and start the damn thing already. Shocked. Well, I'm always neglected. But this time it's getting more thorns. Don't you think so, Maeda-kun? Don't talk to me! You're making me look sus. I don't care. Start as Mecha said already. Oh, hey. Oh, hey! This is a Satsuki therapy support group. And also welcome in, Johnny James. Hell, like class trial? Yeah, like, this is literally just a hell thing. Even my Anacon is rude to me. This could be a sign to represent your heartache. Then I'll start as you want. Like, if they're trying to say, like, made us a rat before the question. No. I'm still sad about Inori dying. Okay. Now, shall we start right away? To uncover the truth of the prolonged stay in the ballroom. Incident for more than a week. We have the all-exciting, heart-pounding class trial. The only thing that's the same as usual is monokuma. Each one of us were in serious mode, unlike usual. The tense in this trial, the feeling of losing a dear friend to us. The reasons were different, but in the end, we came here for the class trial. Now all that remains is to find the culprit by confronting all the clues, testimonies, and test our wits that we have. I should really look at my clues real quick. I am also extremely scared for Satsuki. I feel like it's going to be either Satsuki or Kurokawa, and I feel like Teria is going to be our red herring. Haruhiko. Our relationship with him was finally bond. No, don't have cool music while this. I'm going to be sad. Our relationship with him has finally bonded us together in the middle. He was like a licorice in a drugstore? Okay. With Satsuki, he always showed his bright side, and at the same time, his love for his friend was twice as deep as anyone else's. As a result, thanks to his death, we were able to eat and survive. But Haruhiko couldn't eat anymore. It was an unavoidable choice to live, but as a result, there was a culprit that killed Haruhiko. If we don't find them, we will all die in the end. The atmosphere of the court is filled with silence. Our trial finally begins. Okay, hold on. There's 3 people in this thing. A life-threatening discussion. A life-threatening lie. A life-threatening betrayal. There's 2 in this one. A life-threatening conclusion. A life-threatening defense. A life-threatening trust. Darn, okay, darn. It's not... I would say, like, if one only has 1, that person's probably not going to die, so they can keep using the image. A life-threatening class trial. But it doesn't. Right? Monkey's like, investigate this dead body, but listen to this bop. And I'm like, yeah. Alright, saving, immediately saving. Okay. Oh no, but he was our licorice. I know, but red licorice or black licorice? Okay, so Haruhiko. Oh, Edgeworth. For anyone new, we use Edgeworth post-it notes here for information. Okay. 6 a.m. death. Got it. Gunshot wound to the chest were in Monokuma. Okay, gunshot, not heart. Gunshot, not heart. Right? He suffered! I loved him and he suffered and I'm like, Okay, his right hand ruptured. Right hand. Owie. Okay, they're blown up. We know that. Guns are scattered. Don't need that. I need to write that down. Bloodstains is a natural. Okay. Severed fingers. Ugh. Destroyed gun. I don't think I need that. Yeah, that's fine. Flash and smoke grenade. That's pretty self-explanatory. Wooden plank. That was blocking the door. Okay. Corner gun is a pistol that doesn't look much different from the pistols destroyed. Okay. Terria's behavior. Okay, so Teria. No gun blow up. Okay. Blood in the room. Okay, her testimony is Makako knows alibis. Makako knows alibis. And is that it? Tsurugi. Tsurugi is Kinjo. Oh, I forgot your name's Tsurugi also. Okay. Tsurugi. Not instant death. But pretty soon after. Okay. Stick my post-it notes on my screen right there. Thank you, Edgeworth. I appreciate it. Let's do the class trial. Oh. She what? Also, Ray was looking very, very pretty also in that. First, let's start with a brief explanation of the class trial. Okay, yeah. Find the blackened, everyone else will die. Also, thank you, Zeffy. Okay, it finally started, the 4th class trial. One of us is the culprit that killed Haruhiko. We must find the culprit at all costs. Well, now then, please begin your discussion. Guys? Yeah, Ray, what should we start discussing? Yeah, Ray was absolutely gorgeous in that dress. Like, when they're like, everyone change back to your regular clothes, I'm like, no, everyone don't change back to your regular clothes. Okay, we have to work hard. So, where do we start with? What a stuffy, awkward mood. Well, it's not unreasonable because our conflict reached its peak. First, I think each of you will have a lot of things to say before the trial, and the feelings that you're feeling will be different. But now, let's focus on the trial in front of you aside from everything else. Just like we did before, haven't we? Kinjo. Well, yeah, it's as Kinjo said. Now it's a trial, so let's swallow... Oh, hold on also. Where's my post-it note of what to press when the game starts? There we go. Let's swallow what we want to say to each other for a moment, because survival is our priority right now. You don't take that for granted, do you? Let's get started already. Right? I'm like, I can't despair, Ray, if you're in that dress. Then, let's begin. Once we get the case sorted out, let's organize a series of events in chronological order based on what each knows. Hey, wait a minute. Before that, I have something to say just for a minute, please. What is it, Uranami? No! I mean, wait, no, okay, hold on. This is good, because if she's confessing now, it means she's not the killer. Right? Unless, this is, she's being owie, right? She's being, no. You're not Uranami. Please sit down. I'm the killer. Huh? Satsuki-chan? What did you say right now? I said I'm the killer. I'm the culprit who killed Haruhiko Kobushikawa. Don't play around, Uranami. What are you saying all of a sudden? It's not a joke. Are you serious? Don't make me laugh. Do you think that if you could claim to be a criminal without physical evidence or logic, you'll become the culprit? It's just, right? This is such Hina vibes, and I'm like, okay, no. I think she thinks she did, which is making everything really sad that for entire investigation, she was just convinced, hey, I killed my best friend on accident. But you didn't. I'm gonna prove you didn't. I love you. You've done nothing wrong. But I really killed Haruhiko. It can't be. Stop making bad jokes, Satsuki-chan. You should explain one step at a time. If we listen and we're convinced, then we can really believe you're the culprit. What is all this? Just as the trial begins, she said she was the culprit. If it were a normal culprit, they would never confess. But would Satsuki really be the culprit? Before making any judgments, let's listen to her story first. Alright. Basic controls. Shift truth bullet. Cut through... Okay, got it. Right. Actually, no, just tell me. Okay. Tapping the lower... Thank you. Tapping the lower right corner of the arrow, you can skip faster. Got it. That's what I need to know. I know, right? I'm like, please be a Hina. You're just pulling off a Hina. We wouldn't... That'd be hilarious, but a horribly sad episode, or thing, if you know. Okay, I feel like it's gonna be Letter in the Room. Why are you claiming to be the culprit? Let's hear your reasoning. Oh wait, at dawn, Kobuzin called me. Oh, well no. Did I get a mono coin for being good? Did you reward me? I need to listen to her. I'm like, no, you're wrong immediately. Bro, I'm ready for Kinjo to break at one point because it's here on the edge. Yeah. I want him to go full Nagito in the next thing if he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything, he was tied up. Wait, Satsuki, Haruhiko called you? Isn't that odd? Is it weird? The victim Haruhiko called you? The culprit? That can't be. Rather the victim, Haruhiko was called by the culprit and went to the arsenal. If you're the culprit, you would know. You're saying he was called by the killer? That's... oh, I don't know. That's ridiculous. The letter that was put in Haruhiko's room is what he's talking about. The contents are like this. To Haruhiko, I have something to tell you. If you read this, come to the arsenal. I'm not trying to kill you. I hope you believe me. I'll wait. Well, if the contents of that letter are true, it makes no sense that Kobushikawa called Satsuki-chan and took her to the arsenal, right? It would be the opposite. Yeah, that's right. But Satsuki said that she doesn't know much about this letter. The killer doesn't know the letter they sent. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. What if it was manipulation? Yuki and Tsurugi wrote that letter that I didn't know, and you're manipulating things now. Don't be a thickhead. I like that that's his, like, being mean. Don't be a thickhead. Obviously, this evidence came from Haruhiko's room. Makako! What are you doing? So Iranami's not the culprit? Wrong. I really mean it. I'm the real culprit. Yeah, just come to the gun and the knife for me. I know, right? I would slide the note back and with like a no thank you, you know? Just looking at the current evidence, to say that Satsuki's a culprit, it's hard to believe, but I want to make things a little bit more clear. So let's ask about it. Haruhiko's other wound, whose source is known to the evidence. The only culprit must know. Well, everyone who saw his body would know. Okay, hold on. So his other wound would be that, right? Not the fingers? It'd be ruptured right hand?
Put it out.
Yeah. I can't seem to suffer in chapter 2 often. Well, Satsuki, if you're really the culprit, there's one thing I want you to tell me. This isn't like the letter, but direct clue to Haruhiko's body. So if you're the culprit, it's a clue that you must know. Why is that? Haruhiko's right hand, you recall. His right hand was completely shattered. It's hard to say that this is a gunshot wound. If you're the culprit, can you tell me the true nature of this wound? I don't know. Why did his hand become that way? You don't have to talk anymore. You're not the culprit. Wait a second. I'm telling you the truth. Why are you still claiming to be the killer? If it's real, even if Iranami is the culprit, you'll only get executed. I don't know what you're thinking, but this is not a joke. If Iranami unsuccessfully confuses our reasoning and chooses the wrong killer, we'll all die. Maybe that might have been on the purpose. What? She was close to Haruhiko Kobushikawa, who died this time, right? Apparently it looks like she was in a severe shock, unlike the usual one who always talks at random. With that shock in mind, you're trying to make us follow Haruhiko Kobushikawa's fate. Isn't that right? Well, that was it? Oh, hey, punch. Yay, and I'm like, yay, Satsuki's not it. Good. Well, absolutely. But that means Kurokawa's possibly it too, then. She's known too many things, and I feel like she's known too many things. Well, absolutely not, of course. I'm really sad that Haru died, but I'm very much sane. Stop it, Iranami. We haven't even started a proper discussion yet. If the discussion goes on, the killer will be naturally revealed. If you're really the killer, you don't have to rush things. It'll all turn out okay. Huh? What does that mean? Satsuki-chan. Okay, then let's discuss it. Okay, has it been roughly organized? You wasted my time on useless things. So let's start from the beginning again. When the case started to happen. I know, she's been talking a lot. Well, hold on a minute. Is it okay to wait one more minute before that? In this case, can we assume that Iranami isn't complete? Okay, are you the hero of the group? Isn't complete the culprit? No, not necessarily. If Iranami is really the culprit, there's still a possibility there. That's it? We haven't even started any reasoning yet. First, there's a possibility from what happened a little while ago, but maybe there's something up. In that way, they were excluding themselves from the suspect line. Well, that had to be calculated. With Uranami's mind, it'd be impossible to tell. Hey, you're treating me as a fool right now. I don't think it was on purpose. Quiet. First, as Kinjo says, let's summarize the unfolding of the case. Oh, yeah, right. Where can we start from the evening before the incident happened? Oh, that was when Maeda-kun, Komichikawa-kun, Hattori-kun, and Satsuki-chan, Mikako-chan, and myself. 6 people gathered at the restaurant. Maeda called us and... Yeah, at the time, we were at the limit of our hunger, and we all thought to come together and meet each other in the thought that we should somehow unfold a hard policy. At the time, Teria suggested. Oh, I'll tell you, I wasn't really sane back then. That's what happened. It was my fault for being immature. What's this? I didn't even see your faces the day before the murder took place. I don't know this, so explain exactly what's going on. Teria gave us a pen and paper to nominate one victim and one culprit. He asked for one person to vote. Since monokuma banned blah blah blah, it was a plan to set up the case at the expense of 2 people. That was really crazy. I'm so sorry. It's alright. It's over now. We almost agreed to this plan too. It looks like the part I saw from there. I broke into the restaurant because of the absurd plan was about to get implemented. Yeah, Kinjo came in and handed out guns to each of us to commit blah blah blah. What? Oh no, nothing at all. Keep going. Well, that's when we started to fight back at Kinjo. And we were lucky enough to catch him and was judged to be dangerous, so we couldn't move anymore. It's like Mommy and Daddy are fighting. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so uneducated today. Continue. So, the problem starts after this. Thanks to Kinjo, the plan was halted, but there was no progress for the day. We let Kinjo in the room and they went back to each room. Between this morning, Haruhiko died. Well, I couldn't sleep all night, so I was staying with my eyes open. But I heard something outside in the morning, so I went out and... Wait, hold on. You heard something outside? What? Oh, Maeda was asking for help, saying that the door was not opening. And when you somehow opened the door, you found the body. Well, yeah, that's right. This case is missing our eyes between the dawn hours, and there's not much evidence, so we have no choice but to share information we all know with each other. I want to head pat Teria, but my hand would get stabbed. First, a few alibis can be established just by hearing about this. Alibis? Okay, Mikako knows the alibis. Got it. Yes. So let's dig into the alibis one by one, alright? You think it was Satsuki? That would be such a good twist on this if it was the end. Okay, so Karikawa's testimony. First off, it'd be a problem if I excluded myself from the suspect list since I was tied up, right? Oh, it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, no. Certainly. An idea where Kinjo commits the crime doesn't seem possible. That's alright. And I have alibi too. Maeda and me. Maybe? No, you said there was something wrong with it. We were together when the body discovery announcement happened. If so, the ones who can be suspected as a criminal are Mikaro, Tara, Uranami, Kurikawa. Those 4 people. I really don't have an alibi, but it's not me. Satsuki's the killer! Satsuki! You shut up already. Stop causing trouble. Information, check our alibis. Monokuma! I'm sorry, I'm just happy to get mono points. I need them. I need skills. Wait, Kinjo, come to think of it, I think there was someone who knows the alibis during Dawn in detail. I was like, chapter 4 and I'm finally understanding how to play Danganronpa, you know, after like 3 games of it. Who is it? During the investigation, Kurikawa, she clearly testified to me She had seen he went to the arsenal in the morning. Isn't that right, Kurikawa? Yes. What? If it's true, the culprit has already been revealed, correct? You're noisy. Be quiet. Hey, dark circles. So, who did you see? Kurikawa's room was right next to the arsenal, so you heard the arsenal door opening and closing. Of course, the arsenal's soundproof, so you didn't hear the sounds from the inside. I don't think hearing only the sound is enough to be a direct witness testimony. No. I saw people passing by in front of my door. Oh, what? No way you've been watching the hallway all morning, is that what you mean? But then, still, it would have been difficult to stay sane in the hunger. But watching the hallway all night without sleep is... However, it worked nicely in reverse. The culprit couldn't have thought there must have been someone in the midst watching. The corridor. That is a great achievement, Kurikawa. Right? Ray and Kendra are our mom and dad in this. So then, who passed by? Well, I don't know about the time. The exact time is unknown, but it was in this order. First is Haruhiko and Satsuki, from left to right. The arsenal didn't open at this time. Okay. A little later, Satsuki went from right to left. Okay, so left to right, arsenal didn't open. Satsuki came back, right to left. She was alone this time. A little later, after Irinai passed, Teruya went from left to right. A little later again, I heard the sound of the arsenal door. Then Teruya went from right to left. After a while, Haruhiko goes from right to left. Soon after, Haruhiko and Satsuki are together. Oh my gosh! You memorize this on not eating? Wait a minute, sorry, but wait a minute. I know what you're saying. I don't know what's left to right or right to left. Could you tell us a little bit more clearly? You're the only one who doesn't understand something so simple, aren't you? Don't cut the flow for no reason. Focus and listen. Don't be like that. I'm a little confused too. Well, let's listen to Kurikawa's story until the end and reorganize it in an easy to understand manner. Kurikawa, is that everything? Yes. Okay. Are you gonna give us a comic for this part? Indeed. Right. As you said, you can assume that the killer has already revealed themselves. Well, at the time of the investigation, I didn't know this because Kurikawa didn't tell me properly. But this is definitely a tremendous amount of information. No, my two little dumb nuggets, please. Hey, I want to join the discussion too, but could you tell us a little bit more easily? Oh, sorry, Tyra. I'll organize it so it's easy to understand. Before that, there's something I want to check again. The location of each room of us was using. Blech. Well, that's certainly something I want to do and need to move on. From what I roughly checked with each other during the investigation. Right? I'm like, I need a photo and a drawing, please. Everybody remembers the structure of the corridor behind the ballroom, where the rooms are listed, right? As you would know, if you did a little closer examination, there's a small tag on the door of each room. Okay, yeah, we knew that, kind of. So odd numbers are towards us, even numbers are towards the arsenal. And according to the tag, the rooms are distributed in this manner. Monokuma randomly gave us a key for each room, from what I investigated. Oh, look at these cute photos! Squish ballroom. Okay, this is probably how each of us were located in each room. Squishy, squishy ballroom. When we reconsider Kurikawa's testimony after arranging the distribution of each room was used by each person this way, we can see that a few suspects are eliminated. Well, I mean, I didn't understand Makako's words at all. That's your own fault for being a dum-dum, Akane. Are you going to blow up valuable discussion time for someone like you? Kincho, that's too far. It's important for one person to know about the case, okay? I'll rearrange and explain to Taira. Do what you like, preferably as quickly as possible. Kinjo-kun, you still seem to forgive me. Well, Taira, so to summarize Kurikawa's words simply. First, the fact that Kurikawa watched the hallway all morning. Taira, you heard it earlier, right? And based on what Kinjo summarized, Kurikawa's room is room 8. It's the room on the right side of the arsenal. When you go straight from the entrance to the arsenal in the corridor. Yeah, I do kind of like they still meet her, because again, I still don't trust Akane whatsoever. As Kurikawa explained a little while ago, she found too many bodies. Like, one body I'm like, yeah, okay, understandable. But she found a lot. She's like, oh no, another body, ah! And, you know, more screaming and crying, so probably there's nothing wrong with her, but I don't trust her. As Kurikawa explained a little while ago, what she said was from left to right, and from right to left, based on the direction facing the corridor in Kurikawa's room. Here, I'll make it more easy to understand with pictures. In the order that Kurikawa saw it, Haruhiko and Satsuki were the first people that passed by in front of the door at a time like this. She said that there was no sound of the arsenal door opening at the time, so I think it's just the two of them passing by. And a little later, she said that Satsuki passed by alone again in the opposite direction. Shortly after this, she said that Teria passed by. I love this. This is so cute. At this time, she could hear the sound of the arsenal door opening, which probably means Teria went into the arsenal. After a while, the sound of the arsenal door opening was heard again. And then Teria, okay, so Teria delivered the message and then went to the arsenal to wait. And then, after a while, the sound of the arsenal door opening was heard again, so then that's when Haruhiko went in, and Teria then passing off the direction. And then he left. Got it. Soon after, Haruhiko passed by the same direction again. Okay, but Haruhiko left the room still, and he followed Teria somewhere. After this, Haruhiko and Satsuki went from left to right again. God, you guys are all moving a whole lot for starving. At this time, the door to the arsenal was open. Someone went into the arsenal. After that, there was no movement for a while, and after a little time passed, Satsuki passed by. Oh no, we're back to Satsuki again! No! Satsuki passed by with the sound of the arsenal door opening. No. 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 Also, yeah, no. We have no Ahoge. We are an extremely sus protagonist. We may not be a protagonist. These are all the movements Kurikawa saw and heard during the morning. After this, well, she heard the ruckus of the arsenal next door. That was probably the sound of me trying to open the door. Teria, who passed by, heard the sounds I made. Then I opened the door with Teria's help during this time. That's a summary of what Kurikawa heard and saw, roughly like this. Do you understand? Wow. When Mayeda-kun explained it to me, I understood it all at once. Thank you. But really, wait, if we look at the current events from each step... Oh yeah, there's one suspicious person. Do you see it? No. 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 I have to click it, but no. I'm not even gonna look. Oops, who clicked that? Not me. For sure not me. Oh, wait, what? Oh, oops. Okay, hold on. So we're doing Teria now? Okay. Teria? I mean, not really, because Haruhiko came out with him, and then Satsuki went back in there with him. So I know she's kind of technically still the sus person, even though she's not, really. It's the only person who fits the main suspect in this case. Me? Haruhiko was the victim, so we couldn't help it. The fact that Satsuki was so close to Haruhiko makes me understand why she was there. But why did Teria move around like that so early in the morning? Right? I'm also confused. We just proved that it wasn't him. Maybe? No. Oh, that was, what was it again? Right, I was investigating, yeah. Everyone was in a panic, so I wanted to find the clues to get out even for a little bit. Just a few hours ago, you were trying to pick two victims. The guy who was despairing and doing investigating was thinking all these things. Doesn't that sound weird? Well, no, that's all there is to it. The wait fixed my mind. People can change their mind easily, you know? Well, even if it's true that you did an investigation, If you think about it, based on Kurokawa's testimony, you were only in the arsenal. What kind of investigation did you do in the arsenal? No, I never went to the arsenal. Atori-kun, please, stop the pretense and explain properly. What the hell did you do in the arsenal? I never went to the arsenal. Teria? Why does it only have to be me? I did nothing wrong. If you look at it, Satsuki also went around her dawn. Why am I the one who was suspicious? Yeah, I'm the culprit. Are you still saying that? I told you to be quiet. Certainly, Irinami is well under suspicion. However, she said she didn't know about the identity of the letter, nor did she know about Haru's hand. So that's it then. You're going to take her off the list just because she doesn't know? That's a long shot. I didn't know anything about the letter or the right hand either. Don't be mistaken, Teria. You now said that Irinami is the culprit and you didn't even know about these clues. Well, Irinami claims to be the culprit, but she doesn't recognize these clues. They're entirely different matters. Well, what about Maeda? When I saw him this morning, he was trying to get into the arsenal, so Maeda's also suspicious. How dare you? I'm the clearly not protagonist. That just happened. Yes, I won't deny that Maeda is a suspect as you claim. He had been in and out of the arsenal the previous day. He had a strange idea of going to the arsenal again. Yeah, we did some sus things. Message for chat. Okay. Should we use Tubby Custard? But this is a separate matter. As a result of Maeda failed to enter the arsenal this morning, there was no testimony of Kurokawa witnessing in the morning. This is not suitable for committing a crime. Oh, well, anyways me, I don't know about that. I'm exactly trying to protect him, but relying only on Dark Circle's testimony has a slightly loose time frame. I'm going to ignore it. Try not to make me go nuts and move on already. I know that. It's about the structure of the ballroom, correct? Well, the structure? Think about it. Even if Kurokawa watches the hallway all night, it's all about looking outside her room and hearing the arsenal door. But if you look at the structure of the ballroom, you can easily enter the arsenal without passing by Kurokawa's door. Because we were all in the ballroom for a week, I think everyone should know, but the arsenal is structured around the dance hall at 360 degrees. In other words, you can go back to the other side, you can enter the arsenal without being noticed by Kurokawa. Moreover, in the case of Maeda, Kurokawa does not stand out even if he does not use this method, and go straight to the arsenal from his own room, since it was in the opposite side of Kurokawa's room in the first place. You knew that too. See? Maeda's the culprit. Hey, whoa. Don't. But there's something you shouldn't overlook. Even if you use a method to enter the arsenal without showing your appearance to Kurokawa, there's still the sound of the door opening and closing that can only be heard by Kurokawa. Eh? But in Mikako-chan's testimony, the sound of the arsenal opening and closing was always heard before and after someone passed her door. Yeah, that's right. After all, the person who walked in and out of the arsenal at dawn, I can't think of anything other than these three people who showed up in the testimony. Haruhiko, Satsuki, and Teria. That's all lies. So, Teria, you went into the arsenal and I want to hear your reason to make sure. If you're really innocent, there's no reason to be in panic, correct? Well, then, I'm really innocent, really. I just went to the arsenal to him for just a minute. I know, I love the chibi faces too. They'd be such cute keychains. I don't think there'd be an end to this if it goes on like this. What is Teria so afraid of? I'm not sure. He doesn't want to say anything because, well, I'm not certain, but I'll have to show more convincing evidence that he has no choice but to speak with his own words. Come to think of it, there seems to be one suspicious thing about Teria during the investigation. What was it? When I was investigating something in the arsenal, let's recall the moment. Yeah, okay. Images or photos of the memory. Okay, find the thing. Okay, got it. He does have the strongest ahoge, so, you know, maybe. Hey, this. Well, come to think of it, Teria, didn't it say something strange to me when I was investigating? What? Something strange? Well, I don't know. I found a gun that was dropped in a corner, and when I checked it to investigate, suddenly you came and told me not to touch it because it will blow up. What do you mean, Maeda? Tell us in more detail. Well, there was a gun in the corner of the arsenal that was hard to see. I tried to investigate why it was in a corner like that, and then suddenly Teria, who was nearby, ran up and told me not to touch it because it would blow up if I shot. Maybe he thought I was going to use the gun. If you shoot, it will blow up. What are you talking about? No, before answering that question, how did he know about that? Maeda, the gun, did you properly investigate it? Huh? I mean, I examined it roughly, but it was a normal gun with nothing special. I thought it was equipped with a bomb or something because I thought it was going to explode. Probably, it's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Did you call me? I was enjoying this, so what's up? I require you to submit evidence. Bring the gun Maeda mentioned. What? Oh my god, I love this. I love that, we can order like, Monokuma, go get us some evidence. And some takeout while you're there. What? Why am I being ordered? Submit evidence? Is that possible? It is part of a debate in the class trial. There's no problem by the rules. You, the judge, have no right to deny it. Well, that's correct. There's no profit to reject it. Besides, if it's part of the discussion, what's the point? Jeez, I really don't like that attitude. How could he be so cheeky? Shut up and get it already. Well, actually, I thought this was going to happen, so I brought it from the beginning. Here you go. Gun. How is it? This is it. Yeah, it's like, Monokuma, I want some chicken McNuggets, please. It's a bullet. A bullet? A bullet? What is it? It was loaded? It's not a simple bullet. It's a bullet for shotguns or medium-sized rifles. Okay, again, we need what's her face who died already. What was her name? First girl who died. The sharpshooter. Like, hey, we need your gun expertise. Tell us about ballistics. If you put a shotgun bullet in a rifle, does it explode? Can it fit? Or if you put it in a pistol, whatever. It's a bullet for shotguns and medium-sized rifles. Bullets that do not meet the standard were forcibly loaded to this gun. If you pull a trigger with one of these, a bullet doesn't fit into the magazine. It enters the chamber and blocks the muzzle, and of course no bullet shell comes out. The pressure from the gunpowder has disappeared from where it's supposed to go. Instead, it goes spreading all over to the gun itself. It'll end up being shattered. Okay, cool. Kyoka? Kyoka. It's been so long. It's been... I'm sorry, Kyoka. It was Kyoka Maki, right? That was her name? I feel bad. Oh, wait a minute. Then why did Teria know about this? Why? Kyoka Maki, thank you. I see now what you did in the arsenal. Huh? Atori-kun, did you change the bullets on purpose? For what reason? The gun in that state, if you hold it with a human hand and fire it, your hand will never be safe. Yeah. The Maki assassins. Oh, that sounds cool. When I listen to those words now, I see a very similar wound I remember in my mind. Yeah, the source is clear. Haruhiko's right hand. I understand now. Haruhiko was hit by the explosion of the pistol that Kinja was holding right now. The evidence was also in the arsenal. That proof is... Whoa, okay, again, I was reading and I wasn't listening. He was holding in your right hand. Is your ruptured right hand or the fingers the proof? It's the right hand again, right? No? No. Okay, hold on. Let me reread that. Okay. Haruhiko was hit by the explosion of the pistol that Kinjo was holding right now. The evidence is also in the arsenal. The proof is... Okay. Well, it was not an exploded hand. Severed fingers? No. It's okay, I'm just losing stars. It's fine. Okay, what are the proof? Destroyed gun? Oh, destroyed gun? Yeah, that's what we wanted. There's a timeline where they choose to let Mitch and Kyoka live past chapter 1. Huh. Huh. That would be really neat. Like, I don't know. I feel like having a sharpshooter. Like, I'm also worried about, oh my god, I don't remember anyone's names ever for anything anymore. In Eden's Garden, there's a sharpshooter there too, and I'm like, I think I predicted he's probably gonna, like, die early, but it'd be really cool to have a sharpshooter go on. Because people would be so suspicious of sharpshooters. They're like, hey, any gun thing, they're like, sharpshooter, clearly. Anyway, yeah, that's right. It was in the arsenal, the fragments of gun filled with blood, which appeared to have burst from the inside. Yes, I saw it too. Haruhiko fired the gun wrongly loaded, just like this gun, and the gun he was holding exploded and his hand ended up being ruptured. Oh, then, Tori-kun did this to Kabushikawa. Well, wait a minute, I'm sure this gun is the one I touched. But, okay, but I don't know about the other destroyed gun. Oh, you admitted it. The fact that you touched the gun. No? Of course. There are 2 guns with misloaded bullets. It's a little weird, but I'm certain, Teria, you definitely did something. Is that really it? I think if we pry a little more, you'll end up confessing everything. Desmond, thank you. Don't treat people as criminal without solid evidence. Even if I put my hands on the gun, it can't be proof that I'm the killer. So I don't know anything. Give me the proof, evidence. It can't be denied that Terry is the most powerful suspect right now, but is there any more solid evidence? If we keep discussing, we might see something we haven't just considered before. No! Not bullet scan. Okay, I'm terrible at bullet scan, so hold on 1 second. Yeah, I don't feel Mitch's bets. We all, like, Satsuki, me, and Teria may share one brain cell, but Hika didn't even share that one brain cell with us. Hika was a big dum-dum. Okay, I'm terrible at this. Okay. X to scan, maintain press while scanning the yellow words to record the bullet. Remember, there's only one true scan bullet. If you scan the wrong one, you won't be able to record. Okay. Cool, so I can't scan something incorrect. That's good. Good. Okay. God, I love the music. Okay. Well, I don't know about anything. It's already been revealed. Stop lying and tell the truth. You went to the arsenal. You deliberately loaded the gun wrongly so the bullets would explode. But only doing that doesn't mean I'm the culprit, does it? Of course you load the gun. You can say it doesn't make you the culprit, but the killer loaded the bullets on purpose. No? 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 That's far-fetched. I'm not the killer because I did that one thing. You're treating me like the culprit. You knew the gun was going to explode. What more evidence do you want to see? Tori-kun, how could you? Oh, god damn it! I should have noticed the moment you used something pen and paper, you murderer. Okay, I tried to pick up the blue. It is X, right? Okay. Yeah. They sneak at dawn just to do that one action? Take a star. Just take a star and let's go. Okay. Delivery. Only rake. Okay. Give me us! Wait! Why can't I get it? Okay. Oh, it's only the blue one I absorb, right? And it is X, right? I could have sworn the thing said X. And G's go fast. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Why did monokuma get spent? No, it's not the blue one. It's the white. Oh, did you take a white text? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I don't know anything. Stop lying and tell the truth. You deliberately load the bullets so the bullets explode. But just doing that doesn't mean I'm the culprit. Of course you load the gun, but it doesn't say make you the culprit, but... I could load the bullets on purpose, I'm certain of this. Just because I did the thing, you're treating me as a culprit. I knew the gun was going to explode. Okay. How could you? Oh! 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 Wait, what? Okay. You murderer. Wait. So I had to pick up yellow text? Not white text? Oh my gosh. No, my stars! Okay, I feel like I'm supposed to pick up pen and paper. Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to pick up pen and paper. And I gotta say it's for I did that one thing, because you did the two thing. I feel like I'm supposed to hit that with pen and paper. Give it! Give it! Okay. Kill the bullets on purpose. Okay, cool. We passed it. Like I said, my Yuki one brain cell that I share with Yuki, like, it's gotta get... Well, that's it, the paper and pen. What? After listening to Tyra's words, I thought about it. At the beginning of the trial, you guys remember the letter that you said? When you were blaming Satsuki? I've been thinking it's been weird all this time. How did the culprit write this letter? We should have lost all our belongings at the same time we were in the ballroom. Hearing that, yeah, how did... Oh. Yes, exactly as Maeda says. Perhaps the night before the murder, there was someone who secretly handed a piece of paper that had been secretly showing a paper to ask someone to choose two victims. Nick? Well, it's obvious at this point that Teria clearly said that at the time, the extra paper and pen were not removed from his clothes. That means Teria is the only one of us who has paper and pen in their belongings. Don't joke around. You could have accidentally found another piece of paper and wrote on it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got through that. Oh, is that so? Should we check on it then? Monokuma, bring that letter. Well, I knew this would happen, so I brought it in advance. Here. Now, without that guy making a commotion, let's read it. This must be the same paper Teria had. Then Tori-kun was the one who sent the letter to Kobashikawa-kun's room. Well, wait a minute, you're forcing me. I handed out a bunch of papers to you guys. Soon after that, when Kinjo made a fuss, he might have gotten one into mass confusion. And if it's only paper, that might have been possible. But what about your side? Teria said it with his own words. There's only one pen. No matter how much paper you had, you cannot write a letter without a pen. The pen was also in the confusion. Then that means you don't have a pen right now, because you said you only have one. If we look into your belongings and the party clothes you wore, you won't have any complaints, correct? Well, that's not allowed. Well, why not? Is there something we shouldn't see? It's decided then. You can't refute it anymore. He wrote a letter by calling out Haruhiko and misloading the bullet to let his hand be ruptured. All this, that's what you did, Teria. Really? You, Tori-kun? Why? Why did you do that? Why did you kill Kobashikawa? I'm sorry. All you said was right. Huh? After all, you couldn't stand the hunger, too. What else could someone do otherwise? Actually, there was a reason that I was aiming at Haruhiko, and there was a reason for when we fought each other. It was all because of the hunger. No more Teletubby custard free. That's Tari-kun. So what? You were hoping for sympathy? Either way, you planned the murder and executed it. Well, no, I have nothing to say. I don't want to make excuses and dishonor Haruhiko anymore. I'm gonna die anyways. Wait, there's something I'm curious about. Why did you go to the arsenal before the victim, work with a gun, write a letter to call him, and then go back again to the arsenal? Well, my plan was to originally summon Haruhiko, and then see him go to the arsenal, and I would go with them. As if it had nothing to do with the criminal, Haruhiko and I were supposed to fight, and then provoke him into letting him shoot me with the gun I prepared. Once that happens, his hand would fly away without knowing anything, and he would die. In the past, I followed my papa to study guns in America. Of course he studied guns in America. That's in our, our high school curriculum. We have math and English and guns. Then I decided to commit a crime by using the knowledge I gained at the time. So I went back to my room and watched to see Haru coming out, but I was too tired, so I fell asleep until morning came. In the end, I don't know the reason why Haru broke his hand, but in any case, it was my fault. The fact that I killed Haruhiko doesn't change. That was a difficult answer to even predict. I'm glad you're a stupid fool. In a way, Kurikawa, who was watching the court all day morning, I think that was a good thing. Thanks to that, my crime was discovered. Teria? The discussion so far has ended with the conclusion that Teria is the culprit? It seems like a long shot, I think. There's still a lot of unsolved questions. Wait a minute. I've been listening all this time. Something is wrong with this. Teria is not the culprit. Satsuki-chan, what are you talking about? Tori-kun just admitted it. Well, I mean, the culprit's me. Are you still saying that? I told you to shut up. Wait. Is Teria really the culprit? Even Makako-chan? If I'm right, Teria is not the culprit. There's still an unsolved mystery. What are you guys talking about? I'm the culprit, aren't I? I'm almost 90% certain that Teria is the culprit, but still a little early to end the trial. I agree that there's an unsolved mystery left. If we tried to vote without anyone speaking up like this, I would have tried to do it, but actually, this is the most important part of the case right now. Eh? Oh, what's this all of a sudden? Wasn't the trial ending like this? Well, that's right. If we think about it carefully, there's still a lot of parts that cannot be explained on the contents of the discussion. I'd like to hear why Kurikawa thinks Teria is not the culprit. You weren't careful enough for even Kinjo. What? Nothing. Anyway, if you listen to the explanation, you'll know right away. You can explain without me though, right? You don't need me. Okay, hold on. Would plank Teria's behavior, flash and smoke grenades. Wooden plank. One of those two. God, I don't have a lot of things. Why do you think Teria isn't the culprit? A wooden plank. When Teria passed the door to my room, he sent a letter to Haruhiko. Okay. Afterwards, he went inside the arsenal for his next plan. Yeah? That's the explanation so far. Yeah? But after that, Teria passed the door to my room again. Yeah? There was no movement until the morning after. But they were... Even if Teria did plotted something, even if Haruhiko's hand had exploded, the direct cause of the death is a gunshot wound. True, Teria didn't mention that he used the gun himself. If Teria, who came out of the arsenal before Haruhiko, could not kill... one more time, one thing. The arsenal was blocked from the inside. Correct. I consent. Phew. I am going to cling to these 3 hearts like my life does actually depend on this. The wooden plank. Are you referring to this Kurakawa? That's right, Maeda. You mean the broken wood plank that fell near the arsenal door? Yeah. According to Maeda, he opened the arsenal door the morning in Teria's help. Okay, thoughts. Thoughts. So what if... No, because again, Monokuma said that if he blew himself, it wouldn't count. So I was thinking, like, what if they made a deal and he was going to, you know, do that, but it exploded because Teria messed with the guns earlier. And that... No... I'm thinking that Haruhiko's the one who put the wooden plank and the flash grenades and stuff in there. Anyway, according to Maeda, he opened the arsenal door in the morning with Teria's help. You're not going to say just because they opened the door together he's not the culprit, are you? That's not it. Think about it. After Teria entered and left the arsenal in the morning, Haruhiko entered afterwards. Until this moment, the door to the arsenal was open. Then when was the door blocked with wood planks? Well, when was it? Is it for a fact that Kobushikawa opened the door and went in doesn't mean that the door was blocked after that? It's true, but according to the Dark Circle's testimony, Teria Tori did not even enter the arsenal after doing his little scheme. In other words, Teria wasn't the one who blocked the door with the wood plank. Well, it's only natural. When I tried to open the door with Maeda this morning, I was embarrassed to note the arsenal, which had only been opened, was not opening. I vote Akane usually do with I still vote Akane. yeah, no. I think since what? First or second chapter, I've been blaming her for everything. But then again, I know, because I also blame Sonia for like everything also in Danganronpa 2, and that was really off, so I could be 100% wrong. As I said before, you must pass by Kurakawa's room. Even if you don't, you can head to the arsenal door. After that, the door to the arsenal was opened one more time. At that time, Teria finished his plan. That's impossible. Since Haruhiko was the last one to enter, the arsenal door has been only opened once. If Teria went in and out of the arsenal— wow, that's a lot of words for you. of the arsenal, I should have heard the sound twice. Well, for starters, the wood plank was used to clasp the door, I guess. If you do something like this from the inside, won't you be able to come out? That's true. But even if you put a plank by some trick from the outside, there wasn't just one plank. You know what I'm talking about, right, Maeda? Flash grenades and stuff. The thing was... Right! The objects were separated from the plank, you mean? The flash and smoke grenades, right? Flash and smoke grenades? Oh, those things that were near the door. Yeah, when Teria and I first opened the door, we heard a shattering sound from the inside, and immediately after, a tremendous amount of light and noise hit us. And then after a few moments, when we opened our eyes, the arsenal was filled with smoke. Imagine if Akane was actually the mastermind and she died by Kazuna. I wonder what happened. After pulling out the plank from the handle, the door was open and the plank fell because of the effort we did. That's right. Now you see, it's impossible to block the door like that from the outside. Then, are you saying that Torikun isn't the culprit? Well, wait a minute. It was me who wrote the letter and had a gun ready to explode. It was the reason Haru saw the gun and then it exploded in his hand. I told you a little while ago. It's true that Haruhiko's right hand was ruptured, but the cause of death was the gunshot wound. Teria, you prepared the gun. You didn't shoot Haruhiko, did you? No. Hold it. Teria had an obvious murder intent. Now it's a contradiction to say that he isn't the culprit. What's wrong, Mr. Psycho Cop? Using forceful logic in a way that doesn't seem like it would reach an answer like this. Dark Circles is right. I don't think Teria Tori is the killer either. Then who is the culprit? You're saying it's impossible for Teria to block the door, however, no one else could do it. Well, that's true. That's the biggest mystery in this case. So what are you saying is, in short, it's an impossible crime. So clearly not one of us dumb ones. Yes, halfway point. That means a save point. Yes. Yes. Get some hearts back. Save the game. Okay, let's do this. So again, if it goes back to Satsuki, to join the people who join the people of Kenjo Heiko. Yeah, he's now what was it? What does he call us again? Whatever criminals. I was like a part-time criminal. Potential criminal. And us too, because we did grab a gun, so, you know, he's not gonna like any of us. An impossible crime? What does that mean? It's literally what it means. The incident happened, but no one in this state is capable of causing the incident itself. That can't be, I can affirm. There's no such thing as an impossible crime in this world. A half criminal, that's right. We're percentages. I agree with this. There's no unsolved problem in this world. When a result has happened, it means there was a series of processes. Then in this case, how do you explain it? To assert this is an impossible crime, you gave up on the case. There's a secret that has not yet been solved where your thoughts don't reach to the end. But if neither Kinjo-kun or Makaru, who always knew the critical points of the case, were confused enough to say that, it's already a mystery that can't be solved? A kind of maybe sort of criminal. Shut up. Do I look like I'm panicking right now? Yes. Sorry, but it does look like that. It's been a few days now, but these days Kinjo-kun is not very Kinjo at all. Just like Maeda-kun but before coming to the ballroom. You're being very annoying, damned criminal. Kinjo, why are you saying that? It's not really like you to get emotional so easily. Ignore it. Now we're on a trial. This is a life or death war. You can take care of someone who loses their temper during a war. You'll have to go through them, but there's no other option. This person or that person. I'm done. Again, this case isn't an unsolved crime. Let's organize the information. I'm thinking the empty room had whatever the monokuma gift was, and someone else found it, but we didn't find it. They didn't say anything. Kinjo. First, even if we put on hold Terry's claim that the crime is impossible, it'll be necessary to look at the case from a different point of view. A different point of view? In retrospect, all the reasoning we've done so far is based on Kurokawa's testimony. Let's step back and say she's lying because she did it, and I'm really scared that she did it. Because again, that would be 2 people in my don't die box. Has anyone ever seen Kurokawa spying in the hallway? Huh? You don't mean? In short, Kurokawa's testimony is not too blind, but are Kurokawa's words 100% true? She'd be hungry in extreme circumstances. Would she bear that in mind? Lastly, there could be a possibility that Kurokawa was a culprit. When the idea comes up, she'd be playing with all of us. Kinjo. Hey, did you went crazy? Did you really flip around that fast? The stuff that comes from your mouth. What? I'm talking about possibilities. At the time of Tamori's murder, during Kinjo's testimony, he put a thread on our private room doors to prove our alibis. But that was evidence that no one else knew other than Kinjo. It's the same story. It's different from that. What I've been doing at the time is what I've been doing before the incident. This is simply on what you've just seen in her testimony. Any ideas if we found the little gift? Well, I mean, Kurokawa was kind of like my main suspect here, like in serious suspects. But I'm really scared it's gonna loop back around to Satsuki again. But I hope not. God, could it just be us? If it's gonna be Satsuki, I'll just take the execution. It's fine. It's meaningless to condemn the truth or falsehood in his testimony, because again, it can't be Kinjo because he was tied up. Wait, yeah, no, he was tied up and you know, not himself. A redacted thing. I really did think it's Mikako because she also said, I don't know. I love her, but she's being really sus. 6.5 is okay. I can't wait. It's meaningless to condemn the truth or falsehood in testimony. Did you forget what you said? It's utterly disappointing. Tsurugi Kinjo, even though I admitted even though I was thinking you were just a crazy guy, I admitted your reasoning skills, but now you stopped thinking with your head. But since the situation is quite desperate, isn't Kenjo trying to do everything that he can? Kurikawa, is there no way to prove it? Your testimony, I mean? I don't know why I have to do this. Why not ask Satsuki or Teria? Huh? You heard about my testimony. Teria admitted he entered the arsenal a while ago. What about Satsuki? If I was out at Dawn, well, like Kurikawa said, since I'm the killer above top, of course I wondered about Dawn. Even if we ignore the backstory, Dark Circle's testimony is reliable on its own right now. Good luck with the monokumas? Oh, for 6.5. Okay. Even if we ignore the backstory, blah 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 blah. If I were you, I would have known that right away without having to do this cumbersome work. You're noisy. As long as your reasoning hits a wall, it's a way to do that which you can. Oh, you admitted with your own words that your reasoning was blocked now. That's funny. Be quiet, Mekaru. You're on the same level as we are right now. Do you think you're in a position to mock others right now? That's enough. Mom, Dad, please stop fighting. How can Kurikawa have a powerful voice in this class, child? Everyone, don't get worked up. Since this is a difficult case, we need to regain stability more than usual. So let's calm down and look back again from the beginning. There must be something we missed. Sorry. As Maeda says, I was getting too excited. I apologize. Then Tori's not the culprit. I'm sure up to this point. Even if it's true, we'll have to double check. Teria, are you really sure you sent a letter to Haruhiko and loaded the bullets? Yeah? I'll say I still can't believe I'm not the culprit. I didn't really read the Monokuma file properly, so in a hurry. I saw the right hand ruptured, so I guess I was the one who did it. That probably isn't a lie. Teria really thought he was the killer. He said a little while ago, as if confessing, he told us he was going to be executed. It's not likely, but something came to my head. Can I speak? Go ahead. You have a hard shame just watching a playthrough of it? An accomplice, or in fact, there were two culprits. Maybe? Dismissed. Anyways, all opinions from your brain like that or what? I didn't even expect it. Rubbish opinions like that, a story not worth considering. Anything like that, just crumple it, take it out of your brains, throw it in the trash. Well, that's unfair. I said that because I was just thinking in my own way. Well, if Terry had an accomplice, there would have been a person who objected at the time of him being accused of the culprit, even if not. Terry would have confessed everything and made a mistake in the end. But what if there was a real criminal and pointed out Torikun as the culprit? Everyone except the real culprit dies, correct? Can you think of a development like the culprit used a Torikun? Oh, you're using your head. But that wouldn't be it. Even if a culprit secretly works behind Teria Tori to cover up his sins, it's impossible to work without him because of the limited circumstances of the arsenal. Right? I love how rude she is. And even if there is an accomplice, if we believe using Kurikawa's testimony, the only suspect remaining is Iranami, so she can't be it. Huh? Wait a minute. I swear, if all three of my dumb brain cell peoples all worked together on this, and this is what they got out of it. Oh my god, it's a possibility, isn't it? All three of them were trying to do something, and all three of them were just idiots. I have a thought of something passed like a flash in my head just now. I'm the real culprit. You're relentless. Why are you claiming to be the killer? Even after that, you don't know anything about this case. The more you claim to be the culprit, the more you claim your innocence. You still don't notice. Okay. No! No dark music. No. Let's organize our thoughts. First, Terrier's not the culprit. He didn't shoot. What Terrier did was call Haru about using a letter and make a trap that explodes the gun by misloading a bullet. And the person who killed Haruhiko himself, in other words, what the real culprit did, what Terrier didn't do, that is, grabbing a gun to kill Haruhiko, mess up the interior of the arsenal, and finally lock the door with a plank and grenades. Terrier doesn't know how the real culprit did. If we think like that, conversely, does the culprit know what Terrier did? No, the real culprit wouldn't know what Terrier did. As Mekaru said earlier, what Terrier did was unknown to anyone since he was... Okay, so what if So Teria did all that, and then left like a dumbass. But what if Haruhiko and Satsuki were like, hey, let's have a shoot down thing. We'll both shoot at each other. Haruhiko didn't know he had a bad gun. Satsuki had a real gun. Satsuki shot him. No. Heck, I don't know. Wait, yeah. So he got shot at the same time he was shooting. So then his hand flew up, but Satsuki still shot. And then freaked out because his hand blew up? This is way too much. No. No. There's gotta be a third someone shooting. No, because she has to leave. And ultimate accountabilities will make her leave. But Haruhiko's alive, and so what if he wanted to protect Satsuki? Which is why he did the plank? And the flash grenades? But, no. But he didn't have a lot of time left. That's what his face said. No. I hope I am horrendously wrong, and I don't know. Unless the culprit directly sees it or Teria tells him in advance. Then who is the killer? Wait, guys. There's something I want to check for a moment. Maeda? Before Kurakawa watched her in the morning. From that point on, what if someone was hiding inside the arsenal? Could there be such a case? No. I don't think it would happen. Even you were confused at some point? Kenja was tied up. I saw Taira going to the room before Mikaru. The last time she went into the empty room to the left of the dance hall, she didn't exit the room at all. When did you see this? Well, you're right. I was investigating the empty room all day long. Then there are only 2 suspects that Kurakawa has seen. And they don't know what each one has done. In other words, the real culprit doesn't know that Haruhiko received a letter and didn't know whether her hand was ruptured. No. But for some reason, Haruhiko was shot with a gun and killed. No, we're doing the thing! Oh, look, his thing's across. That's really sad. Like, no. Right? It's Ayame. She did it again. Well, if you guys won't want to admit it, but I think I know now the identity of the culprit. Maeda-kun, you know the killer. I don't. It was me, Maeda. It's Yuki Maeda. You should vote me. I definitely did it. I did all the things. Choose Akane. No. It can... No! Satsuki! I need all my despair animals. Hold on. Got a sheep. I don't know if Monokuma counts as a despair animal. Satsuki! What? Satsuki's the killer? Hooray! No, not hooray! Shut up! You finally came to thinking he's the culprit. Only Yuki understands me. I'm so glad. Wait, Maeda, look at her now. She was picked as the culprit, but she looks rather content. Do you really think that Satsuki's the culprit? No! Well, think about it. The only one who could possibly do this is Satsuki. And I'm like, nope. Despair sheep, despair chicken, and Monokuma, because that's all I have. No. At the beginning of the trial, when Satsuki came out and saying that she was the culprit, we were trying to interrogate her to see if she really was. However, Satsuki had no idea of the letter that I called Haruhiko in his destroyed right hand, which we thought the culprit would know. Of course, we thought because of these reasons she wasn't the real culprit. Monokuma, sit down. But take a look. The 2 things mentioned earlier are actually from Teria's doing, not the culprits. Teria didn't know that there was someone who killed Haruhiko by shooting him with a separate gun. So on the contrary, did the culprit know that Teria sent the letter and destroyed his hand? Probably not. It'd be impossible to know Teria's actions, unless he himself told the culprit in advance. Then the real culprit would be a person who doesn't know why the letter was sent to Haruhiko's room and his right hand exploded. even though they didn't know why his hand ended up this way. And there was someone who makes these conditions. The person who confessed with their own voice that they killed Haru by shooting them, and didn't mention the right hand of the letter. That person, Satsuki. And nope. Nope. We have enough. Sorry about you accept Satsuki from you. Right, no. You can have my despair plushie Monokuma in exchange for Satsuki. No, actually, I mean... well, I'm not sure what you're saying, because it's difficult, but anyways, that's right. It's me. I killed Haruhiko. I think Maeda-kun's reasoning makes sense, but I don't understand Satsuki-chan's appearance being like that. Why'd you do this, Satsuki-chan? Why do you like it that you're being named as a killer? Okay, so Kobashi Kawakan, who was close to Satsuki-chan with their own hands, how could you say so lightly that you killed him? Weren't you sad? Think again, incompetent. Of course it's possible to commit a crime, as he said. There's only that woman, but this is absolutely not the reaction of a killer. I'm not crazy, it's very normal. Well, actually, I don't know why Satsuki reacts like that. And it makes sense, because he would do all the things to protect Satsuki. And she's like, no, I don't want the protection. However, I can't think of any other reasoning. Maeda's words make sense. In fact, at the time Teria was found not to be the killer, it was enough to doubt Satsuki because of the circumstances. Maybe, as soon as the trial began, Satsuki couldn't be the culprit and we were stuck in stereotypes, but we didn't think about it more. Satsuki, I'll check with you once more. Are you the culprit? Haruhiko, you killed him with a gun in your hand? Yeah, that's right. I'm the killer. Wait, if you're the real culprit, can you explain why you're so positive? You were like the one constantly appealed to... him as a culprit. I don't know. Just when the trial started, it became bothersome to make excuses, so that's why I just confessed. Now if you're excited, go ahead and execute me. If you sound so refreshing like that, it doesn't look like you're a criminal, on the contrary. I have my doubts too. In the first place, Satsuki-chan doesn't have the personality to kill. No, I refuse. I'm just gonna grab her and run. I have my doubts too. In the first place, Satsuki-chan doesn't have the personality to kill, even though she's resolute to this point. Like Mekaru said, it would seem rather like we're choosing the wrong killer. We're gonna die together. That's not it at all. I'm just telling the truth. What do I do? It's hard to make sure after identifying the killer. This attitude that Satsuki has. It's a reaction that defies understanding, like Mekaru said. Even like this, can I still point Satsuki as the culprit? Everyone stop. Why are you thinking about a crime is possible but the reaction is weird? Wake up already. This crime is impossible even for Satsuki. Why is that? The Kinjo, based on the testimony by Kurakawa, Haruhiko, Teria, and Satsuki, entered the room at Arsenal at dawn. Of them, Teria was the first to come out of the arsenal, and then Haruhiko entered the arsenal. But he was walking through the corridor with Satsuki just before this point. If they entered the arsenal together, then that means... perhaps it was at this time that Haruhiko used the gun? And this is likely to be true just by looking at the sounds of the arsenal opening. And Satsuki coming out alone from the corridor. Back off, Maeda. You just said it with your own words right now. Satsuki kills Haruhiko and gets out of the arsenal all alone. If she came out, how'd she lock the door then? Oh. It's a clue that you guys found and checked yourselves, right? It's impossible to block the door from the outside in that way. If so, the killer was in the arsenal at least until Maeda and Teria opened the door. The dumb face. I love this face. However, Satsuki entered the arsenal before this. Does this sound like she could still be the killer? And if you look at Satsuki's reaction, that girl used a weapon, but seems she doesn't know that the arsenal is blocked. So now what? Is Satsuki a ninja now? You would yeet Fuyuhiko? Oh. What was that again? Oh wait, I know, maybe you don't know. But what if you use a plank of wood as a barricade? It seems you're asleep during the trial. How about it? Is there anyone who still thinks that Satsuki's the culprit? Okay, well, after listening to Kinjo, it seems that Satsuki's really not the culprit. In the end, the problem lies with the arsenal door being blocked. If we solve this, there should be no problem even if Satsuki's the culprit. I don't want this. I don't want this. Right? Right? Let's just get rid of Akane. We just get rid of Akane. I was like, guys, I'm on this roller coaster and I want off. If you think about it again, is it impossible to put a wood plank inside the arsenal from the outside with the grenades on it? There's no time for it at all. I think the current prerequisitions were all wrong. The public here probably won't solve this mystery. I'd rather go back to the very beginning and reorganize the case instead. Well, that sounds nice and all, but I hate it when the trials take too long, don't you? It's not a warning, but you better wrap things up soon. Akane. The alibis of Dawn, Kurokawa's testimony, Terio's behavior, the wood plank that blocked the arsenal, and Satsuki's incomprehensible reactions. Maybe... have we missed something else? Did we miss the power of love? Why does Satsuki have an attitude in the first place? Even Kinjo's confused. Our reasoning at the very core right now, I think Kinjo's right. Blocking the door to Satsuki. There's a big problem. My mind is getting more and more complicated. Right now, this is the most important aspect of the case. The arsenal door, the wood plank, the grenades. Talking about DR2 Akane? I'm gonna eat all the Akanes. 2 Akanes for 1 Satsuki. That works out, right? The arsenal door, the wood plank. Yeah, how to block the door from the outside. Wait. You don't need to go back to the start. If you think about it a little, it should become clear. It's another waste of time. Wait a minute. What's the reason for the flash grenade and the smoke screen? At the moment the door opens, the criminal hidden inside escapes through light and smoke, and the trick to block the arsenal from the inside is solved. But I'm afraid not. This was already mentioned. It's ridiculous when you think about Dark Circle's testimony at the very beginning. It's been seen that Teruya Tori and Satsuki Uranami both came out of the arsenal. Okay, it also explains the blood. So he got the blood because he went around looking for the plank, and then he was still dripping blood looking— oh my god, he did this all without a hand and a gunshot wound! And it was bleeding out. And he went and grabbed the smoke and fire and smoke and flash grenade. And that's when he crawled into that one spot near where all that was, near the door, and died. Arihiko! Inside the arsenal, the last one who came out was Satsuki, I'm sure. But opening the door and coming out the arsenal means the door was not blocked until that last moment. Well, in a word, doesn't that mean that the body of Haruhiko was left alone in the arsenal until just before Maeda opened it? What is that? That doesn't make sense. It wasn't that the body was alive and blocked the door alone. Oh no. This is starting to sound creepy somehow. Huh? Tyra, wait a second, what did you say? Oh, that started to sound creepy? No, before that. The body moved and blocked the door like a zombie. Of course it won't. Such hell science is unscientific. It's like that bear in front of your very eyes. It's unscientific. Hey, what the heck did you just say? I'll have you know, I am the cutting-edge science product. I'm a cutting-edge science product. The body moved and blocked the door? Of course, a reality like this doesn't exist. But as Terry said earlier, it was Haru alone who remained in the arsenal. No way. Could it be? The person who blocked the door into the arsenal, the person's identity is... what am I doing? The power of a clue of syllables displayed on the bottom of the screen to find the right letters. Oh, okay. Got it. Monokuma, you're blocking my mouse. No! Oh my gosh! How do I spell Haruhiko in? Okay, not that letter. Nope, not that one. Crap! That one? No. Your boy, this is a murder. You did! Game? Okay. This green one? This yellow one? Okay. Okay, this letter? Nope. This letter? No. What was it? No, I clicked that already. It's not it. Google Translate? Okay, the... Nope. Okay, but this way I can't click that. It's not that. It's not the 2T. It's... Google translated this is... Sorry, hold on. Haruhiko in Korean. Haruhiko, Korean. Okay. It is an upside down A with a line thingy. Upside down. This thing. Let me catch you. Okay. And then that thing with that. And then a 7 with a cool dashy thing. Sorry, this is the only instance I'll cheat. Okay, I think that was like a 7. 7! You! Get over here! Get over here! No! Come back! Okay, okay. And then upsy thing, and then 2 with a T. 2 with a T. Okay, after 2 with a T comes man in hat holding stick. Man with hat holding stick. Man with hat holding stick, please. Okay. Did it. Lost my stars, lost a heart. This is fine. 0 points. Yeesh. Well, that's it. It only has to be him, the identity of the person who blocked the door to the arsenal. Really, Maida-kun, you know who the killer is. I don't think you're about to say Kobushikawa-kun just because the body moved, right? I was joking. Man. Right? No, thanks to Tyra, I could come with something else. Well, that's right. The only one who could block the arsenal door was no one else other than Haruhiko. Ugh? Haruhiko's the culprit? You're saying he committed bleh. Wait, have you forgotten? As Monokuma said, bleh is forbidden. And if you bleh in any way or form, he will treat it as a dog death. Haruhiko was murdered by someone other than himself. That's why Monokuma treated this as a case and the class trial was held like this. No, Maeda-kun never said he committed bleh. He said the person who blocked the door to the arsenal was Haruhiko. Huh? Like Maeda said, the person who killed Haruhiko with a gun is the killer, Satsuki. But it was impossible for Satsuki, the task of blocking the arsenal, but it was possible for Haruhiko. How about it? This means the reason why Satsuki can't be the culprit is now gone. No, that can't be possible. The fact that Haruhiko blocked the door to the arsenal is just a simple assumption. Not the bleh. That may be possible in context, but there's no evidence of this. No evidence? Well, yeah, there's evidence. No proof of this. I don't mean ill will just because Haru blocked the door without evidence. But Kinjo wouldn't be unaware of this evidence, so why does he argue so much? No, let's not bother right now. Now the case comes first. The evidence that Haru may have blocked the arsenal door is all the weird blood everywhere. I gotta do what I can to protect my thing against YouTube. There's evidence, it's the blood. Blood? And I generally don't like saying it either. Like, it's kind of a no word for me there. The blood is splattered in the arsenal. Everyone has seen it, right? Didn't you think it was a little strange looking? Oh, it certainly felt a little weird. It felt, well, you know, like it was a road made from blood rather than a blood spot. That's right, it looks like the bloodstains are wandering around the arsenal. After Haruhiko was shot, wouldn't it explain he was bleeding while looking for the boards, flash, and smoke screen grenades? It's plausible, but would it be compelling that Haruhiko Kobushikawa himself locked the door of the arsenal simply by looking at his own blood? It's not reasoning, but a realm of speculation. But it's not a contradiction. Only Haruhiko has a certain possibility. Any of the culprit dragged the body. There's no reason for it. Only leaves evidence behind. No, it's a contradiction. Yeah, right? Kinjo. Kinjo, I'm going to put your face on all the thumbnails now. Because I kind of want it for next one. I can see that all Maida's words are true. But Haruhiko was murdered by a very cruel killer. Let me ask a simple question. Why in the world would the victim help elaborating more tricks for the killer, if not to leave evidence of the crime? The answer is you don't know that. But if you wander around about emotional things and only look for information left in the case, it makes sense that what makes sense is that Haruhiko just closed the door, even in the process of elimination method. This is not about being emotional. This is about the victim helping the killer. And there can't be such a thing. Stockholm Syndrome? I don't believe in any of that crap. You doesn't believe in Stockholm Syndrome? You're a police officer, sir. That kind of thing is psychotic. Even that requires the premise that the killer has some kindness and gentle behavior towards their victim. But does that reflect reality? He's not an ultimate cop. He'd be a terrible cop. Yeah, our kid just broke in. Monokuma, can we get a new one? Can we get a new robot one? Did the killer show kindness to Haruhiko? No, they murdered them in cold blood. Maeda's reasoning is not the worst, not to mention forced and far-fetched. Hey, what's Stockholm Syndrome? Oh my god, Akane, you dumb butt. It's when victims are held hostages by a robber or kidnapper, but rather, they think of them as their saviors. It's like a phenomenon that antagonizes rescuers, police, etc., and they take the criminal side. Well, Kinjo, it's weird. If you were the usual you would have rather ruled out such emotional things and reasoned it by considering the logical situations. You said I was being emotional? This is natural. You just don't see it. If the victim who deserves salvation agrees to the obvious evil, becomes impossible to reason with. The choice is not logical here. Saving them is what I have to do. I can't leave alone your precious reasoning, and besides that, there are loopholes in Maeda's reasoning. I'll just do what I have to do. I'll refute you. No! Don't refute me! You unrefute me right now, sir. Okay. I'll correct the ridiculous reasoning, Maeda. What are you doing, Kinjo? You know it's the best that there's no room to refute here. You're making unacceptable reasoning from my point of view. That can't happen, and it shouldn't happen. If there's anything to refute, then I'll do it, Maeda. No. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it is shift to slice yellow words, spacebar to cut through things. Got it. Skip and slash the psycho cop. Dang. Kinjo has a nice voice. He does have a nice voice. Okay. Cut finger? Who's cut finger? Say it doesn't make sense, Maeda. Oops. Why does the victim become something killer? Do I have to go faster than that? Okay, hold on. Bloodstains, please! What? There was no game over. You guys saw nothing. Nothing, I tell ya. Okay, so it is a cut off fingers. Okay. I'm like, who has a cut finger that I don't know about? Okay. Can just exist from light, you got me. Kurikawa's testimony. Okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry for the loud spacebar sounds. Why does the victim become something helping killer? something. I can't read it, I just spacebar through this. Besides, if you listen to Uranami. She tried to kill Haru by herself. She said she shot in self-defense. Wait, what? It's not enough to leave more clues than the culprit. Why would they have to kill her with his own death? Progress. I mean, psycho. However, it's possible Satsuki to block the... Okay, hold on. How do I switch these things again? Arrow keys. Kinjo's testimony. Okay, his own testimony is actually what we have here. Okay, so shift is a... I can't read! I don't have time to read! First, Haruhiko was shot in the chest. Yes. Without seeing anything. Instant death. Not instant death. Yes! Okay. It's his own testimony against him. You dumbass. Kinjo, that's wrong. Haruhiko didn't die immediately. You can say what you want, Maeda. As I said, Haruhiko had his chest pierced. Since that bullet hit his body a wound like that, he would have no choice but to die immediately. Well, no, Haruhiko did not die immediately. His chest was struck, but the bullet penetrated through Haruhiko without getting stuck in his body. Because the amount of shock is relatively less than one that gets stuck, it would be impossible for him to move. I wonder where I heard that from. Kinjo? Speculations. Anyone could make that claim. Stop it, Kinjo. This isn't speculation. It was you who told me this. Ugh. Incompetent, is that true? It was about the bullet pierce, of course. I'm well aware of it, but... Was it the cop who told you this? Yeah, during the investigation. I thought he had died because he was shot in the chest at first, but Kinjo told me. I heard that his death might not have been immediate, but he would have trouble breathing, so he was able to move for a little bit of time. That's... At that time, I just said it as a guess only. Kinjo-kun, why are you arguing so much? In this case, it's like Kinjo's the culprit. We named Satsuki-chan as the culprit. Kinjo doesn't want Satsuki to die either. Kinjo's like, no, not Satsuki. She doesn't deserve this. But why are you still arguing so much? Shut up, criminal. Haruhiko was murdered. He was also labeled as a victim that I had to protect. A victim who deserved protection. Was actually on the killer's side? That's something like that, it can't be. Kinjo. Yeah, I can't listen to this far-fetched logic. According to your logic, Kazuna Tamori was also a victim. But in reality, she was actually a terrifying bitch who was planning a crime. Are you saying that you would tolerate Tamori's murder plan? That's wrong. In that case, was due to an accident, not the victim. Also, refuting such subject to the competent, which it was, Haruhiko Koichikawa tried to kill Satsuki Iranami. It makes no sense to help him in a situation where it leaves more evidence to the culprit. But look here. The victim you had to protect was reversed toward after trying to kill someone. They are very good citizens indeed. No. I am... What the hell am I for? For so many days. We broke him. We even broke him some more. Yeah, it's like he stands best girl. Kinjo? Is he unconscious? Kinjo? You have to vote, Kinjo! I mean, no, you don't actually have to vote. What if none of us vote? That's how V3 ended, right? We just all don't vote. It's okay. Kinjo, wake up! Kinjo. Hey. Hold it right there. We're still on trial. I don't admit going out of the courtroom at your own will. But Kinjo is... Oh, this is a headache. Fainting and getting upset during a trial. It's a taboo to get out from the courtroom during the trial. We broke Kinjo. But I guess it can't be helped. Kinjo-kun, I'll take him to the dormitory. You guys don't have to move. Stay in your seats. Oh, he's straight on going to the hospital? We don't have a doctor anymore, so what are you doing? Everyone's been waiting for a while, right? Kinjo-kun arrived safely to his dorm bed, so don't worry about it. Let's continue the trial. Okay, dorm room, not infirmary. Infirmary. Well, this doesn't make things fun. Now Kinjo-kun is outside the courtroom. The fact that he was sent out means that he wasn't the culprit. Now the number of people has decreased by 1. Dun dun dun. Well, Kinjo, I'm sure he's gonna be okay. It's the first time that Kinjo looked like that. As Monokuma said, we're still on trial. Forget about him for now. He's not even dead, is he? Yeah, if he died from that, does that mean I'm the killer because I broke him? Alright. So, where did we leave off? The culprit is Satsuki. She couldn't block the door to the arsenal. Only Haruhiko. Is it okay to make the decision then? Does anyone have a different opinion? A different opinion? I think that's the only thing we have. There's no disagreement. Of course it's logical. As Kinjo Tsurugi said, I also understand why Haruhiko Kobushikawa, in the victim's position, helped the killer. Well, I don't know either. After all, it's like we won't get a different decision now, right? Then if you name me as a culprit, there'll be no complaints and no one's gonna be dissatisfied. Wait, not yet. Huh? What else? You said there's no reason to disagree. Why did Haruhiko Kobushikawa help the killer? And why is this killer so excited? Eek. Yeah, the same goes for me. Satsuki, the reasoning for this case is over. Perhaps only looking at the reasoning result. I can't argue that Satsuki's the culprit. However, why? Why call yourself the killer? Are you trying to die? Why you ask? You have a comfort blanket with you? Oh my gosh. Like, Ayame's murder theme, that was disturbing as all heck. Haruhiko having his fingers blown off is disturbing. I don't... God, I'm scared. You guys are making me so scared. Why you ask? Well, like I said earlier, it became a nuisance, so that's a good reason, right? I'm not good at lying, but I think I do better than Satsuki-chan. Don't mess around. You'll be executed if you let this go, but if you die, the truth of the case will remain a matter that will be solved. I'm a woman who doesn't give up until I know the 100% the problem I've challenged. Please, tell us, Satsuki. If you're really the culprit, you have a duty to take responsibility for your actions. Well, tell me. When I thought I was a culprit, all I could do was get blamed. What are you trying to hide? Let's hear it, Satsuki. I don't know. I'm just a culprit, that's all I am. Huh? She started shouting. I don't know. Baka. Satsuki? As long as she says like this, we'll have to force you to open your mouth, Satsuki. Or the secret of the incident in which Haru was involved. And the reason for your actions in claiming that you're the real culprit all along. No! Okay. Okay. No, not time to quiet that clown. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. Move the crosshair, push to destroy it in the order of the sound. Got it. Shift is my reload. I will get this time. Because if I die, I don't get mono coins. Oh no, those little balls too! Oh, oops. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Shift. No! Sticky keys! I don't know where that went in. 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Did I lose? God, I hate it. I can't tell when I lose or not in that game. Satsuki. 1, 2, shift. 1, 2, shift. 1, 2, 3, shift. 1, 2, 1, 2, shift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, shift. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. I can't get there fast enough. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. Okay. The reasoning is over. Everything's explained. Haru's hand that broke the other pistol. Not Haru's hand? The other pistol that broke Haru's hand. No. No. I mean, I didn't get a game over, so it's fine. It's fine. I get my mono coins, right? The reasoning isn't over yet, Satsuki. And it's already over. No, it's not. There's one more thing we've overlooked and crossed. Does anyone know? Was there anything like that? As Satsuki-chan said, wasn't the reasoning over? It's about the pistol that destroyed Haruhiko's right hand. That's right, because we decided it was Teria's doing earlier. We went over it. But actually, if you think about it, it wasn't Teria that destroyed Haruhiko's right hand. What are you saying? That makes no sense, Maeda. I replaced the bullet and Haruhiko grabbed it as a tendon and his right hand was destroyed. Oh yeah, the exploded gun. Stupid fool. If what you say is true, the gun he touched would have been shattered as well. Why would it remain intact? Oh right, come to think of it, even when Toriko was rushed as a culprit, he said he didn't know why it ended up like that. Yeah, that's right, I was freaking out for excuses. When I think about it again, if Haru uses the gun as I intended, the gun should have blown up. Teria, are you sure you didn't touch two guns? Right, I can assure you this, trust me. I only touched the one gun unconditionally. Wait a minute, then won't it get even more weird? Unless Teria-kun did it, why did Kobushikawa get caught in the same trap Atori did and injured his right hand? That can't be deduced by us alone, except for one person, Satsuki. I don't know. No, you most likely know why. Satsuki, don't you remember at the beginning of the class trial? You said Haruhiko tried to shoot you and then grabbed the gun and you shot him in self-defense and ended up killing him. From here on out, it's just my thoughts. If Satsuki's words are true, wouldn't it have been that Haruhiko knew the gun would explode? He knew it was going to explode. Deliberately breaking his hand, he was trying to commit blah blah blah? Maybe so. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this is just unfounded imagination. Just listen for now. I don't know how someone changed the bullets in the same manner that Teria did, but it was probably Haruhiko himself who did it. Since the second half of the trial, the word blibbibleh continued to rattle, because this was just a little too weird to see as an ordinary murder scenario. But in the end, Haruhiko did not commit blibbibleh, because monokuma doesn't deal with blibbibleh even if he wanted to commit the act. He wouldn't have done it because it just ends as a wasted death. So perhaps he was trying to, he thought about it like this. Was Haruhiko trying to save Satsuki? It's time for the saddest part. No, everyone's saying sad part, oh my gosh. Tried to save her. Deliberately aiming at Satsuki, the gun that explodes when shooting. Surprise, Satsuki shoots in response. Even if she shot the floor, she doesn't get hurt. And it's only his hands that fly away because Satsuki shot him. His death isn't treated as a blibbibleh. Later when Satsuki leaves in surprise, he remains alone in the arsenal. He himself does an extra effort to make the case even more complicated. Like for example, blocking the door of the arsenal and messing with the guns. And of course there's no evidence of this, it's just my imagination. The fact that Haruhiko blocked the door seemed to be trying to help the killer, so I thought about it as a basis. Haruhiko, in order to save Satsuki, means he gave up his life? Okay. Hold on. That's plausible, but you always finish with a line of imagination. There's a 0% chance that the incompetent's words are true. Why? I was listening to Maeda-kun, and I was rather thinking it was the truth. Think first. He gave up his life and tried to save someone else? Humans aren't that simple. They'd be afraid to do it. Are you gonna pass out too when you find that people do that? Even in an ordinary circumstance. But it would be more unreasonable in an extreme situation where there's no food and living like us. But not long ago, Hatano, for Taira, she threw away her life. You remember that, Akane? I sure hope you're sad about that some more. Ayame-chan. That's not the case now. At that time, even the most extreme situation wasn't there. And she didn't save Akane Taira with 100% pure intentions. Did you forget? Ayame Hitano clearly had a desire to save Akane Taira, but she also wanted to escape from here. She committed murder with such a sloppy heart. Although, she eventually revealed her true face to us. However, in the case of Haruhiko Kobushikawa, like Ayame Hitano, there is not a single reason for themselves. According to the incompetent, he gave up his life 100% purely to only save Satsuki Irinami. Time to ready to be a killjoy. No matter how close Haruhiko Kobashikawa was with Satsuki Uranami, it'd be absurd to say that they were family members and give up their lives in these extreme circumstances. Of course, if that's true, then it deserves my respect. Well, I know, but what I said was a really unfounded idea. You really didn't have to refute it like that. Of course. I'm not saying it's absolutely impossible like that crazy cop. I don't think so. But it is absurd. If he had been thinking of Satsuki Uranami like that, he would have done something earlier, but I don't have a clue. But if Maeda's words are wrong, how would you describe the reason for Kobashikawa's right hand? I'll have to think about that more. Okay, so as expected, it's not going to work out the way I thought. It seems like it's too absurd as Mekaru says, and it's very difficult for someone to make a decision or to save her life, to the point of even giving up his life. Well, anyways, there's no objections that Sasuke's the culprit, is there? Do we really want to go over Haruhiko's right hand? I'd like this wrapped up as soon as possible. I'm getting bored. Well, no, but we have to know the truth of this case. It's true. Huh? Yuki, are you psychic? It's exactly as if you read someone's mind. What are you talking about? I don't feel like an adult to keep trying to hide it and be a nuisance to all of you. I don't think the trial will be over at this rate. And as Yuki said, as long as you commit a murder, you gotta be responsible for it. Satsuki? Where should I start? Oh yeah, since Kobazin came to my room early in the morning, you know. Until this moment came, I couldn't imagine how everything played out. Right? I'm like, Ray, just shut up, okay? Who is it? Oh, Kobazin. What's wrong? Going around at dawn like this, you'll get hungry. I think I'm gonna die hungry than killed. Bleh. Satsuki, this is not a joke, so listen seriously. I have something to say to you. Kobazin? Okay, tell me. It'll take a little time. Follow me for a minute. Wait, so this missing gun, that was nothing this whole time, and I was so, like, enthused about it that I found it so early. Kobashikawa, isn't this the arsenal? Why this place? Satsuki, is your body okay? You haven't eaten anything in a few days now. Isn't it painful? Well, yeah. I'm hungry enough to die, but except for that, I'm fine. But what's this all of a sudden? It's giving me goosebumps. Well, actually, I have a favor to ask you. Well, what do you want to ask? Kill me. What are you saying? Did you commit a sin for being a perv? I get it. It's delightful that Kobazin is lusting for his girls, but it's not enough to kill you. I said I wasn't playing around. Oh, so sorry. No, it was my bad. I'm sorry I shot out of nowhere. Damn it, how do I explain this? Kobashikawa? Are you about to die? I've been thinking all this time. When this division was born, it was our fault, right? Even if we had a little more food left, it wouldn't have been so serious. Yeah, I can't deny it. Besides, until now, Kinjo was guarding the arsenal, so no murder occurred. But eventually, Kinzo went crazy, so no one's guarding the arsenal right now. If we don't make a decision now, someone will definitely commit a murder. So that's what Kobashikawa wants to say. Okay. We, the two of us who are the most guilty, will take responsibility? Honestly, I didn't want to involve you. It was me who first suggested to eat the food. I wanted to end up by dying if I could. But I remember Monokuma's words. A murder case must happen in order to escape the ballroom. Blah 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 is not accepted. So in the end, you can't solve it alone. You need someone's help, but the person who helps you will be bound to be executed for being the culprit. So I'll be at risk of death too. Oh my gosh, I see chat going, what? You only see... Just need to be sad, but this is something more. Yeah, I'm Okay, so I have no other person to commit, only Terry or you, who commit the same crime. But you know, me and him are in bad ways right now. Of course, I have no intention of recommending this, but the moment you accept this, you'll die, Satsuki. Okay, I'll cooperate. Satsuki! What? I'm saying I'll do what Kobazin wants? So suddenly like this? You'll be okay with it that you're gonna die? Even if we're in the ballroom, we're gonna die anyways. That's not what I... Rather than staying like this and watching my friends become murderers, or them starving to death, I prefer to save everyone and die with Kobashi. Oh my god, the Romeo and Julieting. Jeez, Satsuki. And he's in a prince, and I look like a prince or princess. God damn it. Damn it. I'm really sorry because of me. You really are a good girl. However, there's one condition. What condition? I don't want to kill Kobashi, so Kobashi kill me. What? What are you talking about? Do you want to die by my hand? If I become the culprit, I'll be executed by Monokuma, then I hate that. I'd rather be killed by Kobashi. You're gonna grab a gun in the arsenal here anyways and kill me, but you think it hurts a lot when you're shot? It's not a pain or a problem. I don't like being killed by a thing like Monokuma. You don't want to? No, there's no way I can kill you. Well, the same goes for me. How can I kill Kobashi? Jeez. Yeah. There'll be no end to this. Instead of fighting, why don't we sit down with this nonsense? Well, that's because Kobashi first looks at me and suggests the impossible thing to kill him. If you can't, why do you accept it then? Then don't do it. That's no good. I've already decided. Then kill me already. Again, I can't do that. I really value Kobashi as my friend. I'm not happy that I'm your favorite, okay? Wow, Kobashi's face is blushing. Idiot. I'm talking about an important thing here, and we're going back and forth. I'm not messing around. My stomach hurts because I haven't eaten anything. Are you okay? You know, we don't have much time either. It's a fact that I might die tomorrow. In the meantime, the others may be in pain or planning a murder. Everyone's in trouble. Satsuki, what if we do it like this? Oh my god, I called it. I called the Western shoot-off. Hold on, sorry. I'm fine. What if we do it like this? Have you ever seen a Western movie? A Western movie? Haven't seen it, but I know what it is. They walk back and forth in the courtyard, then turn around and shoot at the same time after some time passes. Yeah, let's decide with that. In the worst case, we could kill each other, but it's not a bliss, so the others will be able to live. It's uncomfortable to have to shoot Kobashi, but okay, that'd be fair. Let's do it with that. Alright, it's decided. Let's move. Pick one pistol. So... I don't want to call it! That's... Okay, it's fine, I'm fine. Kobashi, are you still not done? What's taking you so long to pick a gun? Oh, wait a minute, almost done. Okay. Are you ready, Satsuki? I'm not a girl that goes back on her word. Besides, it seems even more fun to decide this way. Fun, you say? I already said it again and again, but seriously. Well, I mean, you played a lot of games so far, right? Basketball, running, poker, darts. As a result of doing my best without looking at our fights at all, the total was equal. Was it like that? I remember the results of all our previous matches, so probably so far. Kobashi and I had 14 matches, 6 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws in perfect balance. You really have a good memory on useless places. Suddenly, I thought this was the last game, so it made me feel strange. I can't believe that I'm risking my life at all. If you want to give up now, you can tell me. I don't really want to force you. Because I'm serious too. Like Kobashi said, I'll stop playing around. Are you ready? Yeah. Sorry. Fine. From here, go back and take 3 steps. I'll shoot at the same time after that. Okay. Satsuki. Sorry. Fine. Satsuki. Haruhiko. Fuck. Sorry. I'm reading, I swear. Kobishikawa. Kobishikawa, Haruhiko. Why did you do this? Good, Satsuki. The last game is my victory. That's not what I mean. Why did Kobishikawa's hand explode? Sorry. I saw it. This is unbelievable. Let's do it again. I was worried about what would happen if I died immediately in the case I was hit in a bad spot. Fortunately, it looks like I'm still alive. I'll tell you what I can. Sorry, Satsuki, I lied. Because you killed me and wanted to save everyone. That's not the truth. What? Who I really wanted to save was you, Satsuki. I know. And I don't know. Damn it, no. I'm thinking of not crying. Okay. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Me? Me? It was useless information, so I didn't tell the others. I'm really my normal voice, so I'm not gonna do voices. Sorry. I can't right now. But I was searching for a few days, and I found a badge with the head of Monokuma on it. Because I found it, Monokuma appeared and said he would give... Okay, so he did find it. Monokuma appeared and he said he would give it as a prize and congratulated me on finding the treasure. That's the treasure Monokuma said? It was really here? They were showing me a photo. Oh my god, were they in love? Damn. No. There, you showed me a photo of me and you. Oh, stop. Okay, it's okay. Of me and you kissing, doing a selfie. Kobishikawa, even at a time like this, what kind of joke? It's real. It shows our commemorative photo with you as my lover, and you shouldn't forget. And then it vanished. Kobishikawa and we've never done such a thing. It's the same for me too. There are no memories of pictures of me and you, let alone kissing. We met here for the first time in a month, but why? It doesn't feel odd. Even if that photo is a manipulation, I felt unknown emotions. And I thought I didn't want to let you die. Okay. Yep, they're fine. They're fine. Look, I'm gonna make them in The Sims, and I'm gonna marry them, and they'll be alive there. And it's okay. I've never had like a ship be canon. I feel all my ships are not canon. I have no idea what you're saying. Kobishikawa, stop it. It's too cheesy. Put up with it. I'm gonna die anyways. I want to say this much. That maybe I liked you after some point. Even if I die like this, there are guys like Kinjo, Mekaru, and Maeda, so they'll find out about this in a minute. So you better go back to your room. Act as usual, pretend you don't know anything. Leave the rest to me. What are you saying, Kobishikawa? Stop it, stop talking. No matter how much they think, they won't know that I, the victim, did all these tricks. Part of it was to pretend to shoot you on purpose to give away my right hand. It's a pretty old gun. It can explode upon the trigger even if you put normal bullets in the magazine. Yeah, right? It's like, what, a cannon ship? No way. Kobishikawa, you can't die. No, I'm gonna die. And Satsuki, you can live. Leave it to me. I can't make someone as cheerful and happy as you die like this. Kobasing. I'm sorry for doing this in such a crappy way, and when the trial is over, tell the other guys that you're sorry too. Tell them I'm sorry too. I'm sorry that I fought with Teria. I'm sorry for sacrificing Kinjo and the others. I'm sorry that my feelings don't want Satsuki to sacrifice herself. Oh, damn it. It hurts. It hurts real badly. Kobasing, don't move. Don't die. Of course, I'm doing this in order to die. Once you leave, I have to get the job done. You have to go now, before someone sees this. I hate this. This is wrong. I want to save you. Please go. Because this is my last wish. Please listen. I want you to live. But leave. Yeah, just do that. Thank you, Satsuki. Whether it was real or fake, I still loved you. And then I went back to my room. Oh no, we're gonna have piano music too? Okay. God, my heart hurts. Someone else's heart freaking hurt. And then I went back to my room. As Kobushikawa said, I stayed until morning. I didn't know what trick Kobushikawa was going to do at the time. I wasn't sure until I heard your story in the trial. That's all I know. Like Yuki said, Kobusing was by me while intentionally trying to save me, in order to confuse you while doing so. In other words, he did everything in order to save me. What is this? This is too much. Haruhiko was apologizing to me? Yeah, no. I tried to kill him. Well, I see. If he saw the letter sent by Teria, he wouldn't go to the arsenal in reverse. Nevertheless, the reason Kobushikawa went to the arsenal is because Haruhiko didn't even notice Teria's letter at the very beginning. It was only to sacrifice himself to save only Satsuki. Hold on. Then why? Why did he do it the same way as Teria? The gun exploded in his hand the same way. Unless he did some kind of trick and put it in advance. That's what I thought too. But when Haruhiko chose the gun, he was doing something in the corner for a long time. He was the kind of guy who was telling me that guns weren't for fun or usual. So I wonder if he had some kind of knowledge about them. So I guess he went to school in America too. Yeah, don't, I'll just say everyone's in Mexico alive. Happy except for Mitch. Yeah. I wonder if he has some kind of knowledge about them. That stupid idiot. He really gave up his life for others? And you just kicked the opportunity that he arranged so that you survived? What were you thinking? I don't understand this at all. Well, I know that Kobushikawa liked me, and he didn't want to do this. After all, I've been struggling a lot since then, until the class trial was held. I don't think that's the way. It's just so unreasonable for all of you to die for just one person, right? I feel sorry for betraying Kobushikawa, but I'll be happier if you guys live. How can that be? Blood-related familiar actions are a law that puts one's life most importantly. You for people you've just met. Yeah, he knows about guns. He went to school in America. Well, I'm not as smart as Mekaru, so I don't think I can give you a very cool reason for it. I just told myself that I was the culprit, because it makes me convince myself that I did this. But then why? Why didn't you say from the very beginning? Why didn't you say everything from the very beginning and hide the truth more suspiciously? Because you didn't even say the backstory, you just said that you're the killer, so that's a rat-confusing reasoning. Yay, we made Ray sad. It was because of Kobushikawa. He decided to take a chance between all of you in order to save me, because of this. Even if Kinjo finds out, it would seem from Kobushikawa's view, who already died, that I insulted him. I didn't want to do anything that would put more disgrace on Kobushikawa anymore. Because... because he already died trying to save my life. That's what I told you in the end. Still, don't think badly of Kobushikawa. He wouldn't have thought this. And if it wasn't for Kobushikawa, he would have all died. Such a thing. It's not possible. Satsuki-chan, are you really satisfied with that? Even if we live, you will die. No, I'm fine with dying, but why are you also worried? I'm very fine with my choice. No matter what happens, don't forget to smile. It's one of the teachings of my own brother, and it's of my belief too. Yeah. It was extra hard because the same way I was 100% she was a killer pre-trial, but then she confessed and tricked. Yeah, because I think it played on our Danganronpa knowledge, because we're like, oh, okay, it's just like Hina, and you know, it's just Line gets killed, but we didn't think like, oh no, she's too much of a good girl. She was really just confessing, just straight up, like, hey, don't do a trial, it was me. Okay. After Haruhiko died, you cried, right? Well, that's off topic. Please just think Satsuki wasn't Satsuki for a minute. Satsuki. Yuki. Thanks to Yuki, I was able to do everything. Rather, I feel relieved. Oh yeah. I was impressed to see Maya to come up with the whole truth about Koshikawa. Yuki's a real teacher in my heart. Well then, Yuki, I think we could finish the trial. Give me that thing you always do in the end. That. Yeah, that. Climax reasoning, let's go. No, I don't need the tutorial. Tears already. Tears already! Okay, I'm fine. Okay. Okay. What do we got? Busy now. Putting the door letter. Okay. No. Okay, so gun, met him, angrily, nothing. No. Oh wait, no, yeah, they come to the conclusion use the guns on each other. Even the game is your set. What we got? Haruhiko's fingers. Oh wait, how do I know which door is wet? Okay, hold on. Nope, okay, this way. So Haruhiko found a way to commit blah 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 that monokuma accepted and play out like 1-4. Yeah. I really believe Satsuki was gonna make it. Kurakawa, you cannot die now. You're my next favorite since I lost 2 in the don't die box. First, this case begins with not... Okay, hold on. I got this, I can make this recap. First, this case begins with not from the criminal nor the victim, but from Teria. Teria couldn't stand the extreme situation, and began working on a plan to kill Haruhiko, the victim of this case. Teria first started to write a note to Haruhiko, asking him to come to the arsenal. This was done with the paper and pen that only Teria had in the ballroom, where there was nothing else other than the weapons. Teria, who had finished writing the note, then puts the note through the doorframe of Haruhiko's door. This was the same way that Mitch did in the first murder. Then, Teria, who put the note safely into the room, first entered the arsenal before Haru arrives. This was in order to do some work. That task was to load non-standard bullets into the pistol machine. When a person shoots the pistol in that state, the gun explodes from the inside and destroys the hand of the person who used it. Teria used this method to let Haru use the gun, and thinking of making him shoot, and that's the reason he went into the arsenal before anyone else. Having done everything he needed to do, Teria quickly returned to his room and waited for Haru to come out of his room. Teria's plan was to enter the arsenal later on with Haru. However, as Teria returns to his room and stays on watch in the hallway, he fell asleep due to the accumulated fatigue. This was everything Teria had influenced on this case. Meanwhile, at that time, Haruhiko was probably having a lot of trouble thinking in his room. As we just heard, Haru was already planning to save someone dear to them, at the cost of his own life. Originally, he felt responsible for running out of the food, but the discovery of the treasure was the trigger to start his life-threatening plan. As the situation gets more and more extreme, Haruhiko feels like he can't wait any longer and begins acting. He decides to meet with the person who was chosen as a culprit for this case. At this time, whether Haruhiko saw Teria's note or not is uncertain, but it is very likely he didn't pay attention to it in the first place, because he was immersed in his own thoughts. Haruhiko's plan was also a plan that took place in the arsenal, but if he saw the note calling him into the arsenal, he wouldn't have headed there in the first place. Either by luck or misfortune, if Teria hadn't fallen asleep, a fairly complicated mess would have unfolded. After a while, Haruhiko safely met the culprit. Until then, the culprit hadn't even realized the true purpose of this case. Haruhiko asks the culprit to quietly follow them into the arsenal. They went into the arsenal side by side. One may have thought no one would know, but in fact, all of the actions that Teria and those two were doing while walking around the corridor up to this point were being shown to Kurikawa. She wasn't sleeping from the very start, and was keeping watch in the hallway. In actuality, it was Kurikawa that upped most of the weight into solving this case. Because Teria went to sleep, the killer and Haru entered the arsenal without anyone's interference. Only then, Haruhiko, who was alone with the culprit, confessed his feelings for them. I think it went this way. Someone was going to do the murder and asked them to kill themselves before... I didn't say that, YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. Before that, to save anyone. This is what they asked the culprit to do. Once they accept, the culprit would also be executed for committing a murder. It was certain death, so Haruhiko didn't want to force them into making such a difficult task. But the culprit did not hesitate to respond to Haru's proposal. However, the culprit refused to kill Haruhiko himself. Conversely, they told Haru to kill them instead. Haruhiko did not want to kill the culprit, as the culprit did not want to kill him, and they kept arguing with each other in vain for a while. Haruhiko, who felt there would be no end after going like this, was determined to make a fair suggestion to both sides and asked a decision to shoot each other at the same time, just like a game in a movie western. But in the worst case scenario, both would have been shot and died by each other's hand. It didn't violate the two's goal of saving the others, so the culprit agreed to this proposal and began preparing. The culprit and Haruhiko were choosing a gun for each other, and we heard that Haruhiko was in the corner of the room. This was probably to manipulate the magazine with the bullets in his face. We all know the very consequence of this. Indeed, Haruhiko did the same thing Teria did earlier. It was to load it with non-standard bullets. How Haruhiko did the same thing as Teria, I'm not exactly sure whether it's a coincidence or not. Maybe it was because Haruhiko had a lot of interest in firearms from the beginning, so I think he accidentally came up with that method by pure chance. Either way, there is only one reason Haruhiko did this. He didn't want to shoot the culprit. The two of them, ready to go, stand a few steps away and pointed their guns at each other after turning around. But even though the culprit sincerely tried to shoot Haruhiko, he was going to lose them from the very beginning. Jeez. I'll read all that in a minute, sorry. And so, as Haruhiko intended, his culprit was destroyed and he was shot by the culprit at the same time. The culprit, who couldn't understand the situation, ran to Haruhiko. Then Haru told them the truth. It wasn't us that Haru really wanted to save, it was the culprit themselves. Although Haruhiko was dying, he was hoping that the culprit would survive. And he said he would do the rest to save them, since he still was breathing to do one last act. The culprit was unconvinced, but soon they decided to accept Haruhiko's last request, and left Haru to do the job once they got out of the arsenal. Of course, the trial of this was also being monitored by Kurikawa. After confirming that the culprit was safely gone, Haruhiko began the final cleanup while keeping his short life as much as he could. First, Haruhiko picked up the flash and smoke grenades in the arsenal. And likewise, put a wooden plank inside the arsenal door between the handles, and then put the flash and smoke grenades on top of it. This could only be done by the people inside, and thanks to that, there was a lot of difficulty when we tried to reason it out. The plank served to make the door and to be forced open while being crushed, causing the grenades on top to naturally fall on the floor and activate. Subsequently, Haruhiko started messing around in the arsenal to make it look like the culprit did it, although it didn't connect to anything. As a result of a repeating series of processes of blocking the door and cluttering the interior, Haruhiko's bloodstains were all over the place, inside the arsenal, creating an unnatural bloodstain like a path of blood. Haru, who finished everything just before his life ends, reached his feelings of satisfaction, because he was able to save someone they cherished. But in the end, later in the trial, the culprit confessed by their own will, however. We weren't able to know it was Haruhiko who planned all of this. All this happened at dawn. And later in the morning, Teria and I broke into the arsenal and Haruhiko's body was found. In fact, in this case, the person who would be called the culprit was close to Haruhiko, and the culprit who just lost his life was a victim himself who actually finished his trick. But in the end, Haruhiko wanted to save the culprit, even at the cost of his life. The culprit of this incident, the identity of the killer who Haruhiko cherished and wanted them to live so much. Cool, I can go be sad now. No! No! Okay, hold on. What did you all type here? Fun fact, Haru was originally supposed to be the killer in this trial and Satsuki originally the victim, but Haru's execution was too hard to make, so the roles reversed. Oh. Yeah, I can imagine a plain one would be harder than a clown death. I mean, I guess I'll find out soon. And the second game is good and polished. So yeah, trial 3 is long. Oh, okay, not looking there. Okay. It's Satsuki Iranami, it was you. Okay. Perfect, indeed. Mahida has good reasoning. And maybe even talent for organizing cases, too. I'm not happy at all. Satsuki Iranami? Satsuki-chan. Why is the mood so sad? I didn't go out to see you like this. Satsuki, you've always been like that. You're a strong girl, much stronger than me. Is that a compliment? I don't know if it's strength or not, but even at times like these, it's my goal to be happy even in the worst atmosphere. Well then, Maeda's reasoning is over now. Should we get to voting time? Satsuki, can you really do that? Should just die and not be scared? Well, I don't want to die, of course I'm scared. But it's already gone water. What else can I do but accept it? Can't confirm missed your... Well, I can't wait to get to that. Which I will be streaming after, I may take a smidge of a break after this stream, but I will absolutely do Danganronpa Another too. At least, I mean, I really want to get to it, so yeah. At least all of you will die because you can all live by sacrificing only one. I'm satisfied with that. I'm not Satsuki. I only died once, Monokuma. I get coins, right? Money, please. Money? Money? It was technically just the one game over. I'll never get money. It's fine. Okay. Hey, Miss Iranami. Why do you keep trying to go ahead of the trial here? I'm the host. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It seems like you guys reached a conclusion. And that's all. Now you guys, vote with a switch in front of your hands. Who will be chosen as the blackened? And will your answer be the correct answer or the wrong one? Well now then, what's it gonna be? Yep. I'm just broke Maeda here. Can't get a single monocoin. Almost like a beat up a locker. Yeah. I don't know, like, wait a second, you guys are saying a trial 3 is good? I just realized that. Well, we'll switch that. It's a non-obvious trial 3, I'm assuming. The voting ended unanimously. The culprit of this case in the blackened is... The identity of the blackened who killed Kobashi Kawakun was Miss Satsuki Iranami. You guys are right. Actually, what's with this case? A case murder that's not a murder. I knew it'd be like this. If I knew it'd be like this, I would have made the rules more thoroughly. Hey, isn't it already too late? You can get some money for vandalism. Yeah. Hey everyone! Are you guys doing badly? I, as the person in charge of this party, can't you please be a little brighter? There's no way I can be happy. Satsuki-chan's gonna die now. Because it's painful. Satsuki worked so hard for us, throwing away her own life. We couldn't do anything, even after reaching this point. You're wrong. It's not that you can't do anything. Satsuki? Yuki, didn't I tell you before? Hope isn't found, it's to be created. You know why I decided to save you all by sacrificing myself? Because that was my own way of creating— No, you caused me despair. This is just pure despair for me right now. I hope you know this. What do you mean? What do you mean? If I survived by myself, it would have been meaningless to live in a world where there's no fun and no coaxing around. And more than that, my power to defeat that guy is not enough. Oh? I'm smiling right now, but I'm more angry than anyone inside. I hate the mastermind, don't you guys? We're being treated like that because of this big dummy. If it wasn't for him, Kobujikawa wouldn't have died. Maki died, Higa died, Tomori died, Hitano died, Yamaguchi died, and Nori wouldn't have died, or Uhara either. God, that's a long list, huh? We know that, even if we don't say that. If it wasn't for Monokuma's influence, we would have entered Hope Speak safely, and had a pleasant school life. Yeah, that's right. Although more than half of our friends are dead already. I want to defeat Monokuma no matter what happens. I want to punish it. I want to smash it. Hey, why are you saying all that stuff in front of someone else's face? So, I bet my own hope on all of you. On us? I never wanted much. I'll be leaving this world soon. I just have one thing. No, wait. Promise me 2 things. 1, be sure to survive for Kobuzing and me. And 2, that Monokuma guy. Please give it a good beating to that mastermind. Full paid revenge. Satsuki-chan. This is bad, really bad. You dare agitate the students as you want in front of me? The headmaster of the school even insult me in my own presence? Annoying. Well, anyways, Miss Uranami was chosen as a Blacken, so she has to be punished in the end. You won't make fun of me anymore when I'm done with you. In that regard, I prepared the special punishment for the ultimate clown, Satsuki Uranami, for your crime. Come and give it your best shot. I'm not afraid of anything like you. My friends will definitely kick your sorry butt. So, yeah. Wait, Satsuki, you don't need to be executed. I'd rather die. It's my fault too. I'm a sinner too. It was me who tried to commit a murder. I'm supposed to die. Monokuma, execute me. Satsuki's done nothing wrong. Well, now then, let's go. A very heart-pounding punish. Monokuma, hold on a minute. Oh, yes? Dying? Oh, jeez. You're tipsy. Way to ruin my mood. Let me say to my friends a few last words. Teria, didn't someone tell you? No one's bad. Monokuma's a bad thing here. Everything's because of that thing. If Teria keeps feeling guilty, then try harder to catch the mastermind. You don't need to be sorry at all. But if you die and make atonement, then that's the end. Satsuki? And for you, Taira is strong. You have a very strong heart to overcome Ayame's death. Please keep supporting everyone like you always do. Okay, fine. Satsuki's saying, hey, stop abusing Taira all the time and saying she's a mastermind. Right? Taira's like, I volunteer as tribute, and Nani was like, no. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Satsuki-chan. Next is Mikaru. It's the first time I've seen Mikaru act surprised. I don't know what makes her surprised about, but as long as Kinjo's in that shape, everyone needs a genius like Mikaru. I know this is kind of an unreasonable request, but please try to cooperate with everyone and find the mastermind who brought this terrible misfortune and all his victims. And Kurikawa. Shut up! Stop! Who said I was waiting for your long speech? Don't say anything disgusting with the smell of hope. Punishment time begins. Aw, that's too much. Well, the villain has found out you're supposed to wait for them. Let's go! Punishment time! Kurikawa and Maeda, I didn't need to say anything to you guys, but I'll leave the rest to you guys. Oh, one more thing, I almost forgot. Kobuzing, I love you. Okay. Why do you look so cute? Satsuki Crisis. Wait, why is she up there? And not on the thing? What? They ended up like that, trying to play a hopeless game. Adios, red-nosed lady. Satsuki-chan, no. Damn it. What do you think? Sad, right? Desperate, isn't it? What a lame hope. You guys won't be able to do a thing before you punish me. No, it isn't. What was that, Maeda? Who says I'm desperate? I'm not like that at all, right, guys? Right, Satsuki? You're not being a very good ultimate clown. Maeda-kun. Of course I'm really sad that Satsuki died, but we have fully inherited Satsuki's will. You won't stop us anymore. After I came to Hope's Peak Academy, I'm more full of fighting spirit than ever. Monokuma. Did you suddenly take your medicine? There's nothing scary about burning raw spirit alone, though. He's not alone. Mikaru? From this moment on, I'll retract my previous solo actions. I'll cooperate. To put Monokuma in the trash. Oh my god, Mikaru-chan, what kind of change is this? Don't be mistaken. I'm trying to play friends here. I'm not trying to play friends here. I now owe a debt. Because of that, I have to pay it off. Oh, why is Miss Mikaru suddenly doing this again? Miss Mikaru just needs to do as well as before. Poking around and having fun. Well, why should you care about Miss Iranami? Shut the hell up. Iranami Satsuki is a human being that deserves respect. I've seen this for the first time ever since I was born in this world. People to give up one's life so purely for others. That's what they're gonna call true hope. It was a life of that guy I tried to save anyways. I'm fed up with murder games that are not fun. Murder games are getting boring. Doesn't that seem like the perfect time to beat you down, Monokuma? No. Rather the mastermind controlling you from the shadows. Huh? No matter what you try, you can't do anything. It's already beyond your own grasp. You'll be joining late? Okay, that's no problem. Yeah. No. It was you who kept us in the ballroom. We made up our minds. Right before they died, you have run out of ideas. We already know a lot more than you can imagine. Now it's you who's cornered. Well, I don't know about that. Everyone is working hard, so I will too. I'll do my share for Haruhiko's sake. Me too. We'll definitely get you, Monokuma. I'll avenge my friends who've died so far. Well, what's with these guys? Rather than despairing, they're burning to fight alone. You guys are bluffing. You can't do a thing anyways. You'll find out soon. That you're the only one left with despair. And so the fourth class trial ended. We lost two of our friends, Haruhiko and Satsuki, who couldn't be exchanged for anything. The will that the two gave us definitely engraved in our very souls. We're not afraid. And step by step from now on, will be a big leap forward towards true hope. Kinjo, can you hear me? Are you awake? Immediately after leaving the courtroom, Mekaru, who finally offered to cooperate with us, disappeared before we can call her. Everyone except for Mekaru went to check in on Kinjo's condition. However, Kinjo was silent. We had no choice but to go back to each of our rooms with a little cluttered feeling. Okay, are we gonna have a nightmare again? Oh. What? Is it morning? It's not even 7 a.m. Hey, come out already, Maeda. Wait, hold on a minute. Why did you take so long to answer? Was it because to feed information to the mastermind? Mekaru? What? That's a moody expression you got. Well, no, it's just Mekaru coming to my room. I wonder if the sky's been divided in two by now. It can't be helped. As I mentioned yesterday, I decided to cooperate with you. In order to defeat the mastermind. Well, I know that, but why'd you suddenly change your mind? I told you. I'm gonna follow Iranami's idea. Hitano is a great person, but Iranami's more than that. Just because she's a human who can... As if, Maeda. Don't hear me say such useless things. You're always drowned in every story, aren't you? Well, sorry. Also, now you're calling me by my name? So, Are you dissatisfied? Want to be called incompetent for the rest of your life? Right? Mekaru's also like, hey, robot, stop charging and wake up. No, of course not. It's better to be called by my own name. It was a bit embarrassing to be called incompetent. Though it was accurate. I haven't admitted it yet. I don't want to be friends, but I want to at least have the courtesy as long as I decide to cooperate. Mekaru tends to be rude like this. Usually she looks down on us and ignores us. But she doesn't do it recklessly. She admits something that can be admitted whenever necessary. Stop talking nonsense. Come to my room right now. Mekaru's room? Why? I don't care if you got feelings for me, so shut up and follow me. Sigh, I'm already getting tired. Harry was too dumb to be yeah. Oh, it's a meeting in her room. Oh, is that her teddy bear? Does Mekaru have a teddy bear? Wait, unless it's a Monokuma spy. Oh, Rei-chan, did you bring up Maeda-kun? Taira? Otori? Kurokawa? Hey, don't do that. How many times must I repeat to you that you're not my friends? Well, everyone, what happened? It looks like Mekaru came out of her room and done and called us all one by one. Taria, those goggles. Alyssa. Oh, he's wearing his... It was left in the dressing room. I brought it. This is an atonement for myself, and also my own commitment to continue hard as well. I need to move forward. That's right. The efforts of Kobushikawa-kun and Sasuke-chan, we shall never forget. The will of our friends who have died so far. But we can't just be sad anymore. Now's the time for us to fight back. Bit by bit, very little, but something is starting to change and starts to move. Our hope is not to find it, but to create it. Only those words stuck in my mind. So, why did you call us? This is an operational meeting. As long as I have decided to cooperate, everyone here will beat up Monokuma and together we shall escape. Rei-chan, being an ally makes you feel so reliable now. Everyone here. Wait a minute, what do I do about Kinjo? When I took a look at that guy, he's a statue. Doesn't respond to anything. I don't know if he'll ever wake up, but even if he does wake up, I'm not certain he'll ever recover. Then, of course, if we have him, you should be comfortable, but throw away your lingering regrets. We have no choice but to strike out. Because I felt the fighting spirit from you, I chose to cooperate. Mekaru, staying away from us till now, have you found out something? A lot of pile of things. Those of you who have not found anything are more curious. First of all... Oh, wait a minute. There can be a surveillance camera here too. Are you okay with that? Are you an idiot? Of course I know. That's why I called you into my room. My room is the only one that can jam surveillance cameras. To put it bluntly, it's instant jamming. Mekaru snuggles to the teddy bear confirmed. Instant jamming? Otori, do you know what she's saying? Not at all. In short, my room is safe. The words here will not be leaked to the mastermind, and our appearance, unless Akane is, and our appearance is not invisible. Really? Amazing! How do you do it? Power room, audiovisual room, and I assembled some useful parts in the warehouse. That's why I made it. It's only a temporary measure, so even if it's not perfect, it'll be safe. Mekaru, you didn't just spend time alone. Of course not. You better thank me for inviting you. So, the first goal is to find the identity of the mastermind. Of course. That's the most important thing, but before that, let's look at the preconditions. Preconditions? Why did we get involved in this division? I mean, that's the biggest mystery. Why did Hope's Peak Academy become this way? Why doesn't anyone come to save us? But that's the first thing we said with the others, right? At the time, we were both Kinjo and Mekaru, but no conclusion was made. No. Did this suppose you? It's right. We're possibly also. Oh, wait, no, but then we'd be surveillance jammed. You'd be like, "Hey, right, like Mekaru, why can't I see anything in your room? Oh, my thoughts are all fuzzy. It just sounds like static." No, unlike then. There's one fact I do know. At first, I thought it was an hypothesis because it was nonsense, but I was convinced after yesterday. Oh, Mekaru, you don't mean? Yes, it's a fact. A considerable amount of time has already passed since we entered this school. And the truth is, we don't remember it. Mikako-chan! Also, I knew you'd react when we talked about this Mikako Kurokawa. No! She's... No, right? If I lose 3 people in one episode here, Mikako can't be the mastermind. I refuse that. What is this all of a sudden? I'm obviously deeply grateful to Satsuki, and thanks to her, I was told to cooperate in order to punish the mastermind. But before that, there's a traitor we must catch. Mikako Kurakawa, you know something. Honestly, I'm dubious about your true nature. Tell me everything you know. If you can't, then I'll consider you on the mastermind side. No way, is this true? This is nonsense, right? Ugh. No. Trust me, We're getting the missing school memories twist early? It still just my theory that Mikako may be some sort of spy. If you're innocent, tell me the facts that you know. You do know that there's not only 1 or 2 suspicious actions you've done so far, correct? Why'd you shut your mouth? Are there any circumstances that you can't tell us? Mekaru, don't do that too much. Kurakawa has to calm down before... Okay, and morning announcement. Oh, morning announcement? It's already 7 a.m.? That's not the problem right now. Alright, I almost forgot. I don't know if everyone had a good night, but I want everyone to go to the gym. I have some great news to inform you. See you soon. What? I'll leave the story for later, but just so you know, I won't move on this time. Mikako Kurakawa. Well, what's the great news? It's only been a day since the trial was over and suddenly... We'll just have to go, we have no choice. Mekaru and Kurakawa. The air seems to flow smoothly, get tense in an instant. In this tense mood, Monokuma shows up to add even more anxiety. We'll all go to the gym, as Monokuma said, without concealing our unpleasantness. There was a reality waiting for us that we could not imagine. The first thing we knew as soon as we entered the gym was that Kinjo didn't come. If Monokuma didn't say that, it means he's still fainted. But the fact is so casually forgotten because a more shocking scene unfolded in the gym. Huh? Though honestly, after finishing the game, it's hard to see Mikako after finding out about Redacted. Okay, no. Oh. A guy? I think... Huh. Good, name. I forgot his name. Everyone here, the class trial ended yesterday, but I'm sorry for calling you again so suddenly. But no matter what, there were things I had to tell you. It's a bit early, but I'll announce the motive. A surprise. Wait, he's a motive? A surprise motive event introducing the transfer students. This time, I transferred to Hope Seek Academy. The ultimate inventor, Yamato Kisaragi. Please greet him with an applause. So, total robot, right? Here comes Google Translate Boy. Google Translate Boy. Kisaragi? Nonsense. Yamato ni. Ni as in Ryusei Nissan, like brother? A suspicious figure who suddenly appeared as a transfer student. With his appearance, the situation began to unfold like a roller coaster. Well, I mean, then he can just die or be the murderer next chapter, right? New generation of Despair Revolution, chapter 4 end. Okay. Well, I did it. I only cried a little. Oh. This sucks. Then we go a new character. Do you want to save? Yeah, I'm going to save this game, obviously. And then we're going to stop. Nope. 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 We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Okay. So that is it for this chapter. You got his underwear in the next chapter? Well, I mean, I'm running out of people again to give things to. Yeah, so I'm heartbroken and I'm gonna go cry some more a little bit later. And then, I don't know, I kind of want to draw a cute picture of them. That is very noteworthy. It's good to know. See? That's, I mean, spoilers. He wears underwear, you know. Now we know this. Well, that's a weird sentence for me. I'm very sorry for that. Anyway, yeah. So, I'm gonna love Google Translate Boy. Man. Again, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Who's gonna do my thumbnails now? I had Sasuke and all my thumbnail. Oh, I don't think I had her on this one because I was being lazy. Alright. So I guess I'm gonna let you guys go. Good night. And he'll cheer me up? Okay. Fine. I'm fine. Got over Chihiro. I got over Sakura. I got over Nagito. And that was mostly it. Sorry, V3. I got over Rentaro very quickly on that one, though. I can get over this. Oh yeah, real quick, in case anyone didn't see on the poll on the channel. So we do have the voting for the poll on, because with the new Sims chapter, it's Raise a Baby? A new expansion pack that's coming up. And so I'm like, well, you know what? Let's make a mini-series. I put in the poll, like, who do you guys want to raise a baby? And so far, I think Danganronpa characters are winning, so it's going to be Kokichi, Nagito, and Byakuya trying to raise an infant and not get that infant killed, which I don't really have a lot of hope for them. But yeah, so if that's, you know, that's down the future pipeline of March things. Yeah, that. I mean, I may do another vote if, because Danganronpa seems to be in like a landslide win. I'm like, do you guys want the antagonists or do you guys want protagonists? Antagonists need Nagito to raise a baby. See, I'm worried about Kokichi too. I'm really worried that, oh yeah, Byakuya is the most capable of raising a baby. You see how Rentaro was born? I don't know what name the baby. I guess I don't know. We'll figure that out. I was going to say like, yeah, we'll name it Ryoma and just have like a little baby Ryoma. Because it'd be funny to have like a very sad Ryoma who I don't have to change the appearance for. But now I'm really debating. I'm like, man, if I put Kinjo in there too, are people going to be like, who's this guy? Or is this be even funnier to have Kinjo also trying to raise a baby? I don't know. But yeah, I will see everyone later.